and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang, and that's you for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Boss Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coach Alini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus, and you're in Bali, Indonesia, with none other than EWF, that is Every Woman's Fantasy, Hollywood CGA, and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Nigaro of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies of Bali, Indonesia, love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. I'm also the man with one trabajo. That's the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one. Acknowledge me, the founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, see God Allah. And I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. Today, Hollywood CGA goes mainstream. We're going to give you that report on the Boss Up. We got confirmation. We had brothers, Libby was out here giving us information. Cali West, a lot of people, there was a couple of brothers on my Instagram story trying to tell me that I don't win Hollywood. All right, apparently on the biggest release of Netflix, your boy CGA makes a brief appearance. All right, he is breaking into the New World Order. Apparently, we're going Hollywood. All right. Somebody said CGA manifested it. He changed his character to Hollywood CGA, and now CGA is Hollywood. All right. Anyway, we got a great show for you lined up today. Shout out to the Coach Gang. Today's report is 65% of people that are on dating apps are married and or in a relationship. Hit the Price is Wrong. Oh, CGA told you dating is dead. All right, dating is a very broken thing. Relationships and marriages, love is grand. All right, ain't love grand? Well, love is grand, but divorce is 50 grand or 100 grand, as they used to say back in the day. The dating industry takes another hit. Well, it's not just the dating industry. It is the marriage and relationship industry. She ain't yours. It's just your turn. Or she ain't yours. It's our girl. The why is silent. We're going to talk about why men and women that are in relationships and marriages are participating in dating apps. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we got that coming up. We also have Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have Doom and Gloom CGA. No, we don't. We have Fuck You Boss Up. And apparently 50 Cent is Coach Gang. We're going to talk about the appearance, the mainstream appearance, the mainstream arrival of Hollywood CGA. You doubted me, didn't you? A couple of you guys doubted Hollywood. Okay, you doubted Hollywood. A couple of you guys, I don't like this new character. Coach, I don't like this new change. I don't like this new pivot. You doubted me, didn't you? All right, but it's already paying dividends, Hollywood. All right, it's already paying dividends. We're already here. All right, I know you guys doubt me and you don't see the vision, but you got to have vision. It's no longer the wake up show. It's the boss up show. You got to have vision. All right, you guys don't have vision, man. You doubted me, and not even a month into the best heel turn in YouTube, it's already manifesting. Hollywood is here. All right, goodness. Hollywood is here. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me, man. Look, the manosphere is dead. All right, ain't nobody got time for the manosphere. All right, the manosphere canceled me. The manosphere can't give. I'm bigger than the manosphere. I'm Hollywood. All right, here we go right here. I'm mainstream. I must see CGA. All right, I am the most dangerous podcast in the world. All right, you guys got to remember that. I'm bigger than the so-called red pill. The red pill is dead. All right, it's Hollywood CGA in the building. We got that coming up, and fuck you, boss up. So goes your dream here. The nihilist CGA is here to annihilate your fantasy. You guys want to have legacies out here. Oh, wait, this is crazy, man. What a great show. Oh, we also have Evil World We Live In. What else is going on this Evil World We Live In? Let me see what we got. Oh, yes, America. All right, we're talking about America on this Evil World We Live In. We have a woman that says end of the year confession. She wants to confess some things. And we have look at what that money make a bitch do. We got that coming up here and much, much more. But hey, did I tell you how to contribute to today's show? Contribute to today's show. $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. I know I probably did this already, but you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the CGA channel. The Ling tour is in full swing. All right, just to let you guys know, it is in full swing and it's about to get crazy over the next probably 18 days. We have Indonesia. I am here where Russell Simmons, Diddy was trying to get here when he was trying to flee the scene, when he got those charges that he later got convicted of 4 years, and he's going to serve that time. But he was trying to come here, all right, where I'm at right now. He was trying to go where Russell Simmons at. And I'm at where Russell Simmons is at right now. All right. I'm supposed to be meditating with him in the morning, but apparently he might have a flight. He might have to leave early. I might miss this meditation session, but I'm going to still wake up in the morning, hopefully to do some meditation sessions with your boy. All right. But we got that. We got that coming up here. And the Ling tour is in full effect. We started it off. We kicked it off. I took it easy in Australia. I didn't have any Lings. I had some other type of JUCOs. All right, but it is in full effect. And apparently whatever the currency is in Indonesia, I believe it's like some rupees or something like that. It's weak as hell. All right, it's weak. All right, it's weak. I mean, you can get some, never mind. That's for the JUCO stream. All right, this is not for the mainstream because you bitch niggas can't handle it because you some weak motherfuckers. So I'm gonna tell you, man, boy, oh boy. All right, the rupees or whatever that shit is, you can get a lot for a little. All right. You can get a lot for a little, boy. You can get a whole baddie. All right. Anyway, enough about that shit because we're mainstream the CGA. I don't want them trying to make a case out here. All right. But you can get more of that information at CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can learn about the junior college. We call it monetized dating. You can learn about that, and we have all of those type of activities going on over there. We have streams that are Sunday. It's normally Sunday morning, but, since I'm on the road, we're going to have those streams be a little bit herky-jerky because of the time difference that we have over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Right now, it is almost 12:30 in the morning here in Bali, Indonesia, but I'm still streaming at my normally scheduled time. But if you want to learn about the junior college and monetized dating marketplace that I coined, a phrase that I coined that everybody's stealing now, if you want to learn about luxury dating strategies, you can go over to CoachGregAdams.locals.com. And shout out to the brothers that have sent me emails. They want to be a part of the Shield. That they're like, hey, Coach, I'm a part of the Shield. Give me that Shield discount. And if you're a part of the Shield and you know what the Shield is, you will get the email back in return to get that discount. But of course, if you're not a member of the Shield, you can learn about the luxury dating strategy course that I just put out the past 2 weeks right before I left on my Ling Tour 2025. And it is on Teachable. And that's the link that you see featured there, highlighted. It is the monetized dating course, the JUCO, the luxury dating strategies, the future. if you will. This is the future of dating, because we're looking at the past of dating and it's dead. All right, it is dead. It's kaput. Are people doing it? Yes, but it is not the mainstream. It is not the norm. We have the monetized dating marketplace here, and I have the first and the best course to teach you as a man, a gentleman of leisure, a true gentleman archetype as a man. Maybe you're a sugar daddy. Maybe you're somebody that's just looking to participate in effortless punani. All right, whatever it is. All right, you want to get it easy and delivered like some cheesy pizza. Okay, you can go over to that link right there, and you might be able to get a 10% discount. You know, I don't know if that code is live. All right, but you might get a 10% discount here for Black Friday going into the holidays. By the way, it's December, and apparently the Lings over in Philippines, they take Christmas seriously. That's one of my Ling Filipinas told me that. All right, you know, when I was planning this trip, they said, you're going during Christmas. They take Christmas serious over there. Seriously, I should say. All right, so join us over there, and we'll tell you about the monetized. We'll tell you about money mindset a little bit later. Anyway, this is going to be a great show. Let me go ahead and pop up the earlier contributors to today's show. And just a reminder that Cash App does not work over here. So if you are sending Cash Apps, please be patient with me on this one, because I cannot get to the Cash App. All right, I can't read it off the screen. I have to read it on my phone, and this light is bothering me. All right, so it's a little bit tough. With that being said, let's get to the earlier contributors to today's show. Strife Excel. He says, yo, coach, I might be late, but they used a small clip of your show in the Diddy documentary. Did I know that? Did you know that? Look at what I did. All right. Fucked around and did that. Shout out to you. Shout out to our brother Gary. Says, this is your travel look hopping to Thailand. LOL. Shout out to you. And he sends me a link that for some reason I can't grab. All right, but I'll depend on you. I'll believe you, and I'm gonna pull it up from my later views there, because I don't know what you're gonna show me, and I can't do it live. Okay, I see what happened. There's a black man going to Thailand, passport bro, leaving the country to meet, and that's all I can see right there. All right, but for some reason I can't hit that value. I'm gonna have to do it. See, that's why you don't do it live. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it was a disaster. Gary says, when I was in the military, these are the best 4 places that I visited out of my 20s. And he said Portugal, and it is Israel, it looks like, Croatia, and the Canary Islands. He says, I would definitely recommend the Canary Islands. Lots of horny British and Indian women on holidays, a Jet 2 holiday over there, ready to spread them cheeks. And you know, white women, when they're on holiday, nothing counts. All right, them white women will love to spread those uncooked Cinnabons all over the place. All right, you know, yes, they do. White women are definitely hidden freaks out there, more or less. A Jet 2 holiday, he's saying, to the Canary Islands. That's a new one. I haven't heard that suggestion before. Shout out to Anesthesia Boss, New York, for some coffee for you and your date today in the future. Oh, God bless me. All right, Gesundheit, salud. But he says some coffee. I had some coffee earlier. I had to get some coffee to stay up for the stream. But we're in the future, by the way. It is already Thursday morning here. It's Thursday at 12 a.m. I don't know. It's Wednesday morning where you are. All right, shout out to you. He says, tell me why my OR nurse had pineapple on her badge and telling me she doesn't know why 3 of the men approached her about it. She knows what she's doing. Okay, the old naive, the plausible deniability. Why are they approaching me? All right. Well, I don't know why. Pineapple. Are you a real freak? Baby, you tell me. All right, she's a real freak out here. The freakazoid, baby. Okay, we got Jam Master J. Jay says, coach, inside of every red pill ranger is to see a woman down bad and filled with regret with their past decision. But in reality, some women end up just fine because there is always a guy to rescue them. And this is a tough pill to swallow. So yeah, the red pill rangers, you know, the dream of the red pill ranger is to see the woman crawling to them. We were wrong. Take me. Men, we're sorry. All right, the old, you know, men, we want black men. We need you. What's that woman name? Okay, black men, we need you. That's what men want. Men want to kind of prove women wrong and be like, you know, they take us back. What I'm gonna tell you is it ain't gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in mass. Now, it's gonna happen privately. All right, because if you are a man that put himself together and you've arrived at the apex, 35 and up, and your life is together, you're going to get a lot of women wanting relationships with you. Relationships are going to be the easiest thing that you're ever going to get. Yeah, the Taraji P. Henson. All right, black men, we need you. But women 35 to 55, really touching on 60 because we're living longer and healthier. All right, there's going to be some 60-year-old women out here throwing pussy around like crazy. All right, you guys think you think I'm lying. Or wait till you get to around late 40s. All right, and your life is put together. You're gonna have some good, healthy 60-year-olds throwing you punani, like in their early 60s. They just turned 60. And everybody knows when you just turn an age, you're not really that age. So you're like 60, coach? Yeah, well, they still think they're 50. Like that, when you turn 20, you don't think you're 20. When you're 21, you still feel like 18, 19. You still feel like you're in your teenage years when you're 21. When you turn 30 and you're 31, you don't feel like 30s. You feel like you're in your 20s. Same thing as women in their 50s, all right, in their 60s. When they turn 60, 61, 62, they still think they're in their 50s, right? Like I'm 50, I still think I'm in my 40s. I don't think I'm in my 50s, but I love telling women that I'm 50. They're like, 50, really? All right, it gets them horny and wet. All right, but what I'm telling you guys is that you guys think women are going to be out here begging, oh, we messed up, feminism misled us, we need to do something for these men, we need to rehab our situation, we need to make dating easier, we need to lower our standards. Do not hold your breath. Okay, I'm at the age where you think women hit the wall and they're going to be desperate. Not really. Now, they will push a relationship on you though, all right, because they still think they got it. They still think they're hot shit. They're like, you probably ain't getting nothing better than me. Now, some women do know that you probably, okay, this nigga in the top 5%, I'll fuck with him. And I know he fucks girls, and you know, they'll still play that. But it's not like they're going to be monogamous and faithful to you and let you be out here running these streets. Why? Because, I mean, most guys will smash a hot 47, 50, 52-year-old woman. YN's going to smash. And these women will let young niggas fuck. All right, it's a whole shit show out here. They're gonna let, like, there's no shame in women pursuing younger men to get their fucking rocks hit. Like, I was talking to this woman, she was in her mid-50s, and she was saying her mother got a young boyfriend. All right, and showed me a picture, and the mom was damn near in her 80s. All right, the mom was in her 80s, showed me a picture of the young boyfriend she had, and he was like in his 40s. Like, he was in his 40s, smashing an 82-year-old. Like, when I'm telling you, this is the point, and I think you made that point, and this is why, you know, these red pill rangers need a little bit of a wake-up call when it comes to this. Your desire to see women down bad is not, that fantasy will not be fulfilled for you. Nah. The only time it'll be fulfilled for you is if you have extreme leverage over them, and you can just be like, beat it, chick. All right, that's the only way you can do it. Okay, beat it. All right, that's the only way you can do it. Other than that, forget it, bro. They're not going to be that down bad, because niggas, dudes are down bad. They'll fuck anything raw. I mean, you know, what's the best thing about an older woman? You can nut in them. I mean, you can nut in them. You could just be like, rawr, this is a family show. But you could just leave the whole cream pie in there. You know what I mean? Now, for me, mentally, I can't really bust with an older woman, because the whole thought of she's just an empty goddamn wall in there. All right. There's no pregnancy. You know what I mean? Like a young chick, your biology just going crazy, like roar. All right. But older chick, you like, damn, I can't even think of nobody. All right, but yeah, red pill rangers want to see women down bad, filled with regrets. We don't live in that time anymore. Not in the United States of these Americas. All right, in Asia, in other places, yes, they do have a lot more different time clock in here, but they also have black guys that will marry them too. I mean, listen, a woman's never down and out as long as they have black men. That's Africans, Jamaicans, American black men. I mean, because this is the worst, this is the most down bad group across the planet. American black men. They are. All right. Now, people might say Indian men. All right. There's a contest. Like white men are in the matrix, Indian men are simps. All right. But black men are the most down bad. So as long as there's a black man, a woman is never out of the game. Never. Never out of the game. All right. She can have 5 kids by 3 different baby daddies. All right. Or Andrew Wilson style. But she could be fat, overweight, 450 pounds. Black man still going. There's a black man still going. Okay. Anyway, what do we got going on? Jay McGee says, what's up, coach? Enjoy your time in the land of the rising sun. He says, I'm out here bossing up in the snow. Truck life, better boss up. Shout out to you trucking out here and our truckers. Shout out to our American truckers. And Larry C., the mathematician. He says, I wonder if any of the 7 dwarves are on dating apps. I hear 6 out of the 7 of them are not happy. Also, congratulations on being in the documentary. Shout out to Hollywood CGA and the Coach Gang. Shout out to the real ones that have been here, the day ones. Anyway, we're going to come back over to the Venmo and the PayPal and the Cash App. Shout out to the people who are using the Cash App. You're going to make me read these little ass Cash Apps. All right, this is crazy. Okay. Yep. I can't even read them. All right. So Joshua Moon says something. All right. Then you know what? Oh, yep. I can't read the damn thing. All right. I can't even load it up on my phone. What am I doing? I can't even load it up on the phone. This is a disgrace. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Let me see. Can I load it up? Yeah, I can't. They won't even let me load the damn thing up. Cash App. You just shit out of luck, Cash App. Sorry, man. All right. And I'm going to have to pull out my best Danielson this entire stream. With that being said, let's get into it. It is Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get into it, man. Let's get this show going on the road because it's early in the morning here.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater, man. Shout out to you, man. Hit the like button. Don't pass a scroll. Mugga. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. This woman says, attention, ladies that love, well, I can't say it because if I say it, I'm going to have to say pause or ayo, chill, son. Ayo. Let's go ahead and put this up on the screen. Take a look at this. Hit the elephant noise. We have a fat white woman, all right, with short haircut. And you can tell she a mud shark. All right. She definitely one of these women that definitely left over. And she realized after she stopped dating white dudes and conservative white dudes, and they try to make her a Stepford wife, she rebelled in the name of the Holy Spirit. And she went over there and became a white liberal and a bisexual, probably a Lily Lint licker or a bull dagger. All right. But she says she loves the BB sizzle. All right. So let's let her take it from here and see what the entertainment value is right now. You can tell she's overweight too.
All right, ladies, get into the Christmas spirit. I've got a song just for you. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. You know I like those big black that's slinging and swinging. Please pull my hair. That's the best jingle bells, I swear. Yes. Jingle bells, jingle my bells. Happy holidays.
Well, that didn't disappoint. Right up our alley and right on time. I mean, case in point, black men are the most down bad. I mean, listen, this is right off the rip. I know people will go like, I'm going, coach. And of course, who wouldn't cream pie this big old pog? All right, but take a look at this part. What happens is her value still is up here because she got black guys. All right. And she got black guys that'll put some good dick on her. You guys know how you do it. And listen, I don't have to tell you. All right. You guys will put good black dick on this pog. And she an old pog too, which is like 10 times worse. I could get a young pog, but an old one. All right. And she said, pulling my hair. She looking like the red rooster up here. All right. Where's my red rooster? She looking like the red rooster up here with that damn cock of the walk shit on the top of her head. But somebody over here, listen to this song she's singing out there. And you know there's a nigga that really, really be about her right here. All right, putting it on her. I'm talking about digging deep. Digging deep. All right, let's see what she listen to this song.
All right,
and look, she got the haircut of I Bang Niggies. She got the I Bang Niggy haircut. All right. And you guys know what it is, you know, for you Americans out here. The I Bang Niggy haircuts is a short haircut. So anytime a woman has a short haircut, she's going to be most likely going to be more leaning toward banging niggies. And when I say niggies, we talking about poverty niggies, broke niggies, you know, thugs, pookies, this type shit. Not marrying a white girl, not marriage. All right. But a nigga will marry her at the end of the day. But she has a short haircut. Then the side shaved off or a bob. This right here is gonna be the I Bang Niggies. All right. I Bang a bob or a short haircut or the Karen shit or the side shaving off. This is a white woman that bangs nothing but poverty niggies, not rich niggies. I mean, if she does bang rich niggies, it's a rich nigga that but never will gonna claim her. All right, there it is right there. But this is giving it away. It's a dead giveaway right here. Let's let her take it from here.
ladies, get into the Christmas spirit.
And she hang around with nothing but niggas. I mean, I'm just she hang around with nothing but niggas. Like she got black female friends, all of that. And when she go out with her black female friends, all the black guys go to her first. All right, not her other fat black female friends. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not making this shit up. All right. She goes to parties with niggies, right? She goes to nightclubs still with niggies. All right. You already know I'm not lying. She still go to nightclubs to hang out with young niggies and club promoters and shit. All right. Don't tell me I ain't lying. All right. She got it written all over your face. All right. Anyway, you don't have to say a word.
I've got a song just for you. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. You know I like those big black.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the humanity.
That's slanging and swinging.
Singing and slanging. All right. Oh, the humanity. All right. Enough about this shit. Enough about this shit. But I ain't never lied. Do me a favor, hit the like button. All right. Whose mama is this? You know she got 2 mixed kids. At least 2 mixed kids. And at least 1 failed marriage. She might have at least 3 or 4 mixed kids by 2 different niggas. And at least 1 failed marriage. There's at least 1 failed marriage in there. All right. She tried to marry an actual nigga. All right. And it backfired on her ass. Like, whoop, all right. Aiden and Jaden and Jordan. All right. For sure. All right. And they probably, the girls, her daughter, she probably got 2 fine ass daughters. All right, anyway. All right, let's get back to it. This show is off the rails. Just one chick. All right, speaking of white women, we got another white woman out here, but she's a French white woman. You can tell by the European hook nose. All right, something about those European women, man. They be having noses on them, schnozzes. I'm talking about Toucan Sam. All right. One thing I do like the flat back appeal of Eastern European women, but some of them women's schnozzes be off the charts, bro. Like that should be like, all right, take a look at this schnoz. All right. That's the one thing I don't like about Eastern European women or European women in general. And that look at that schnoz. And somebody, can you imagine her just dropping that neck with the nose just interfering? All right. This is crazy. All right. Follow your nose. It always knows. All right. But this woman is a freak. Are you a real freak? Let's hear what type of freak elite time she on out here. And as you can tell, this is an older white woman. All right. So they, you know, soggy woggies, all that shit gonna be in the game. All right. So here we go. Let's hear what she's got to say. Okay.
So I was like, okay, you know, let's just meet up as friends and later we can just be friends. Why not have one of my friends? She was like, okay. Turned out it was the best date I've had, guys. Like, he's and just in life, like we're the same page in life. I mean, it was great. It was great. At the end, he tried to kiss me, and I'm like, my breath still smells like big dick guy. Like I didn't brush my teeth.
Slow down. Say that again.
I've sucked dick all night. I am not kissing you, so.
Oh my goodness! All right, this woman said. You heard what she said here. All right, I don't even have to repeat it because pause. She went on. This is why I tell you, man. You know, when you're dating a woman, there's nothing exclusive about them. This is why I don't want you guys putting your feelings and getting your feelings wrapped up in dates. Because just because you get a phone number and get a girl on a date, and sometimes just because you can sleep with them, doesn't mean anything. She just said all last night she was dropping that neck. And you know, white women love to drop that neck. She said all last night she was dropping that neck. Then she met you on a date for lunch and brunch, Mr. Coffee date. You tried to kiss her and she walking around with dick on her breath. She on Al Gore internet admitting this. What happened to women? What happened to women? Have you no shame? These harlots are crazy. And nope, she certainly didn't shower. A very white woman thing to do. You know, there's no showering involved. All right. They don't wash their bodies. Right, you know what I mean? The Moors had to teach white women and how to clean themselves. They keep telling us that. All right, but yeah, bro, she didn't even brush her teeth. She got nut in her teeth, and she out on the date with you goofy ass niggas, man. We gonna talk about this with dating apps. Let's see what else she has to add to this disastrous of a post.
And I still have like dry cum on my happy trail. I'm like,
Oh,
this is so wrong.
Jesus.
And I'm sorry, but anyway, so now I just went to the store. I got croissants, as the good French I am.
Croissant.
And that's gonna be my Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Oh my goodness, Jesus. Oh my God. Huh. I can't look at women the same. I know too much about women, bro. I don't even know what to say. This is insane. These are, ladies and gentlemen, your ladies. All right, the ladies that you put so much hope in. Well, there's going to be some good women out here, coach. Not all women are like that. All right, how many more videos do you have to see me doing this? This is insane. This is why I don't think dating is a good idea. All right, not the modern dating. It's atrocious. This woman says she still got nut on her happy trail, all up and down her belly and dick on her breath, and she went on a date. All right, goodness. And she went to get some croissant. Whose mama is that? And she an old freak too. She an old freak. This woman is in her 40s. But y'all want me to marry these geezers. All right, hell to the no. Last video, we have a man trends after getting picked up by his bride and kissed at the wedding. All right, masculinity is dying breed here, but women love masculine men. But let's give you a look here. Masculinity. A man picked up by his bride. All right. I don't think we need the music, but take a look at your screen here. This has to be a skit. All right, which is fine. All right, which is fine. But apparently, well, it's not a skit. There's a lot of people at this wedding right there. I don't even know what they're saying. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, he is a little man. All right. All right, he is a little man, so I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I mean, picked him up like a baby and cuddling him, and now she cupping his butt. Yeah, hey, listen, I tried to keep masculinity alive, but you didn't want to buy my course because, well, grifting. All right, Hollywood CGA, unapologetically masculine. All right, there we go, right there. This is, and he got married too. This goes to show you, only marriages that last are men that are beta males. The science and the data proves this out. You got to be a pure beta male to get married. All right, this is incredible. And of course, there's probably a lot of other things going on related to this. Obviously, he's probably living off of her. Certainly got a 50-50 relationship, if not better on that side. Yeah, he's gone. Let's see how she puts him down. I can't even tell what race he is. It looks like a black guy. She doesn't even look that big. Okay. I mean, I know that's probably a corset on, but that's a pretty narrow woman to be picking up a whole man. And she doesn't even look extremely taller than him. Okay, she's only got a couple of 3 inches on top of him, maybe 4. Okay, so it's not like she is a big woman either. But yeah, he definitely looks like a little guy, so I can see that. But listen, ladies, never pick a man up. All right, that's just no. Right, never pick a man up. Even if you could, picking a man up is actually, those are fighting words. In fact, there was a viral skit going on TikTok of women recording, you know, secretly recording, playing reindeer games with their spouses and boyfriends. And they would set their phone up in the kitchen and they would make out with the husband. And then they would attempt to pick them up and sit them on the counter. Remember that? I call them reindeer games. You call them humiliation rituals of relationships. These are all the money, energy, attention, and time that you're spending bonding with your partner, having fun. It's not that serious. Okay. But there was a whole TikTok trend of women picking men up, attempting to pick their men up and put them on the counter as to erode away, emasculate them. All right, this is an emasculation ritual that people say, oh, it's just a skit, it's not a big deal, but it's essentially a emasculation ritual that you guys participate in, and then you tell me, well, you don't pay. All right, at the end of the day, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater out.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Ecclesiastically, good morning from Bali, Indonesia. We're on the Ling Tour 2025. We got that shit off popping today. And we're going to be on a Ling Tour going around many areas of Asia. So shout out to you going through the rest of the year. Welcome to season 8, Boss Up. Hollywood CGA has arrived. We've manifested the best heel turn in YouTube. The most dangerous podcast on YouTube is now featured in the mainstream. We're going to talk about that in Boss Up. But shout out to Victor Maitland. Shout out to Victor Maitland. If you know where the name Victor Maitland comes from, all right, type the name in the chat. It's a movie. Shout out to Victor Maitland says, I just looked at my YouTube recap and I'm top 3% of your ninja watchers with over 340 videos watched. Is the content creator stuff in the money mindset or somewhere else? It is in the money mindset. So right now it's in the money mindset, but of course next year money mindset's going to look a little bit different. All right, because there's almost going to be 120 streams plus that are in the money mindset. So I'm going to have to take those streams and dice them up, because I can only imagine you're coming in to go look at the money mindset streams. All right, they're about 3, almost 4 years in. We're in season 3 of the money mindset. So you're going in to try to find money mindset videos, and there's 120 plus videos. So it's overwhelming, right? You know, it's overwhelming. So you can't even go back and reference the library. So we're actually going to start moving some of those clips, clipping them and moving them over to another platform. But the money mindset is still going to be the best it is out there. But shout out to you watching 200 and it says 340 videos this year, top 3%. Coach Gang member. That also means you're spending a hell of a lot of time watching me. That's 300 plus videos plus 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 5-hour streams. I appreciate you and your support, Victor Maitland. Shout out to the people who knew it was Beverly Hills Cop, Victor Maitland. All right, shout out to Victor Maitland. We got our brother Kevin Sullivan is in the building. Anybody know where Kevin Sullivan comes from? If you know, type it in the chat. He says, hoping you're enjoying your trip. I got a coworker that's sitting next to me. His fiance isn't giving up the ass. and not giving him that gawk 3,000 either. He is the breadwinner in the relationship. He's listening, coach. So give him the real. Here's the realest information that I can tell you, sir. Thank you for listening to me. Your wife's cheating on you. Your fiance sucking someone else's dick. All right. She coming home with dick on her breath. She's tell you this, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what's happening. Now, this isn't even a wife. Yeah, it's your fiance. She's fucking somebody else, and she's sucking someone else's dick. All right, that's what's happening here. Now, it's up to you on how you're going to find out and proceed from there. But a woman that's not a wife, don't stop giving up the ass to some man and ain't not giving that ass up to someone. You guys got to stop believing women ain't giving up the ass to someone. All right, they know how to fuck and suck. That's what they do. I know a lot of you guys are ashamed to admit this. You guys are like, women should be pure and moral. This is an American dream. All right, women fucking suck. That's what they do. Even your daughter. Your daughter's gonna fucking suck. All right, you guys got daughters, and they're gonna grow up to be women that get fucked and sucked. As a matter of fact, you know, one of my neighbors here in one of our villas here. All right, I was walking past with my JUCO, and we heard a woman getting fucked, piped down. All right, then we can kind of go in my bathroom area, and she was getting piped down for round 2, and she was just she was just a panting and moaning and groaning. All right, that's what women do. They get poked on. That's what they do. So in the midst of you being with the woman, this is what I'm gonna tell you. When you're with the woman and she ain't fucking and sucking you, she fucking and sucking someone else. That's what she doing. Now, the exception to the rule is a woman that has been married for over 20 years. Because that woman, once she hit 40, once she hit like 60, 50, all right, she like, I don't gotta fuck nobody no more. Hot flashes. Now, if she gets divorced, she gonna do a whole lot of fucking and sucking. All right, that's the truth. She gonna do a lot of fucking and sucking. But that's what women do, bruh. Like, y'all act like women out here. She don't want to fuck or suck at all. That's what she does. She does it often. Some women can go for a string of going celibate for 5 months or something like that. But nah, even when they go celibate for 5 to 6 months, if they was out here fucking and sucking and they go celibate, they be out here hornier than a damn jackrabbit. They going crazy. So women fucking suck. If they not fucking and sucking you, they fucking and sucking someone else. All right, just know that. Now, you're going to ask me, how do I check? Now, if you want the answer, you're watching me, sir. If you want to find out, just check her phone. Easy peasy. And then the whole situation, it'll be over. Just check her phone. I mean, and I did a whole stream on what phones to check, where you want to. I don't think we got time for this shit because I'm going to have to go to sleep here in a couple of hours. And I didn't drink a whole cup of black coffee to stay up after my damn Ling left. But, bro, yeah, he ain't got the stomach. I don't want to check her phone because it's going to feel like I don't trust her. Yeah, why would you trust? Hey, why would you trust a woman that ain't fucking you? Hold on for a second. Hey, why would you trust a woman that ain't fucking you? No man should ever trust a woman that ain't fucking them, other than their mama and daughter. That's you don't want to, yeah. But you're in a relationship with her and she ain't dropping that neck ecclesiastically. You don't trust her. Bitch, let me see your phone. All right, let me see. Do you have the stomach? And listen, let me tell you something, man. When you find out she cheating on you, you gotta dump that bitch. Dump that bitch. Shout out to Tom Likes. DTB. Dump her. Because y'all could be out here just messing with women that you don't give a fuck who they fucking. But why be with a woman that you care about who she fucking? Like, that's a whole different ball game. I mean, I'm not there anymore. Listen, I've been outside of the matrix for a long time. But go check her phone. Coach, where do I check? That's a coaching call. $3,000 an hour, which I'm not booking any of the next couple of 30 days. So that's your ass. Anyway. Ooh, y'all some, hey man, let me tell you something, man. Shout out to the brothers here. He got his coworker. I really just let you guys know that I got this game figured out. Now, the likelihood that what I'm telling you is a lie is slim to none, and Slim just died. That would be the exception to the rule, that I'm telling you a lie. But we gonna hear burst your motherfucking fantasy bubble. Right? That's what we gonna do. If a woman is living with you under your roof and not fucking and sucking on you, she fucking and sucking somebody else. I mean, with enthusiasm. We talking about slobbery. Anyway, that's getting a little too graphic. All right. Right now, he's on watch. He's on self-deletion watch. He's out there clutching his pillow. Not my girl. Yes, your girl. Yes, your girl. All right. Anyway. She out there waxing his ass like Rain Dance. Going crazy on this little thing. All right. Anyway, pause. That's a little too much information there. Hold on for a second. All right. What are we doing here? And by the way, for men that don't realize, women love doing this. So I don't know why y'all be getting y'all panties in a bunch. They should want to be loyal and faithful, ass niggas. We're helping men, ass niggas. Dr. Beto says tonight it's Akaash goes on his show to address. Oh, that's I can't remember his name. Ayash, whatever his name is. He says he goes on the show to address the situation with his wife. What do you think will happen? He needs to divorce her regardless. Have a meal on me in Asia and be safe. Goat. Shout out to you. No, Akaash is his name. He's not gonna dump her. He's not dumping her, guys. That look, people don't realize the power of men that don't have abundance. When men don't have an abundance mindset, shout out to hold on for a second. Alpha Male Strategies. Shout out to anybody that has preached abundance. Shout out to our brother Alan Roger Curry. When you're a man that lacks abundance and you don't have leverage and options, and you put your faith in women's fidelity, you think that men can walk away from the little bit of punani that they're getting. You think they can walk away. I'm here to tell you, men have difficulty walking away from punani. They have difficulty doing it. It's not that they can easily just be like, man, bitch. Now, some women don't understand men that can easily walk away. This mystifies them. It mystifies them when they giving you raw guts, when they giving you raw snail trail on your deek, and you can simply be like, bitch, kick rocks, like whatever, ignore them, ghost. That mystifies them. It hurts them. It damages them, because some men have done that to her before, and she's figured out craftily a way to target men that she would perceive as not so willing to have walk away from her snail trail. So she craftily manipulates certain types of guys to get them in the mindset of consistency in relationship. This is like love bombing 101. And then when you do that to them, they go crazy. Prime example, because we're teaching here. And this is not red pill. This is life lessons, because we're going to get into the money later. Have you ever dealt with a woman who, when you ghosted them and you just walked away, that they were kind of just like mystified? They didn't know what to do. They didn't reach back out. They just stopped texting you. Well, what happened is she's confused as to how you were able to do that, because she picked you specifically as a person that she didn't see doing that. Now, she still fucks with Pookies and Ray Rays and these type of niggas, and Pookie, she still does that. But she targeted you for consistency and long term. Now, what hurts her is the fact that you did that to her and she didn't anticipate you having the balls and guts to do it. All right. Like, this is what happens to short men, or older men. All right. Men that are older. She's a young woman. He really needs me. All right. I'm the best prime piece of punani he can get. And then she's like, wow. Or a guy, she normally dates 6'4" guys, and now you're 5'7", and she's like, he'll never walk away from me. All I have to do is give him wet his dick. He ain't ever walking away. Now, when you do, it mystifies them. They're hurt. They're like, damn, like, not this little nigga that walked away, not this old nigga that walked away. That's crazy. Now, with this being said, it's because that man has abundance, and he can easily just walk away. He has abundance, and she underestimated his abundance. Now, why was I making that a point? It's because Akaash does not have abundance. He doesn't have abundance. He doesn't have leverage or options. He doesn't have abundance. Now he does have money. He's wealthy, but he's a goofball, right? He believes in the blue pill definition of love, despite the fact that he has plenty of evidence as to why to dump the woman, but he won't do it because he doesn't have an abundance mindset when it comes to women. He doesn't. He probably has never really been successful with women, right? We can kind of see that. It's not to slight him or shame him. He probably never really had success. The money or the opportunity that he got him an Indian woman that was in his wheelhouse, in his culture, in his ethnicity or religion, that he said is going to be the unicorn. Okay, she's a unicorn to him. And it doesn't matter how much evidence that we see on the outside of the relationship that would make it obvious for him to walk away. It's the fact that when you're in there, you're blinded. What do they say? Love is blind and it'll take over your mind. When you're inside a relationship, people are looking at you like you're crazy. They're like, nigga, how you not leaving her? How you not leaving her? But as long as she wets his little deek every now and then, he good. Love is blind and it'll take over your mind. Like, that's why I can't believe in love. I don't believe in love at this age. All right. Because I ain't stupid. You got to be dumb to be in love. A sucker for love ass nigga. You got to be dumb as hell. But yeah, man, my relationships don't come with love. It come with deek and money. All right. That's all that matters in my relationships. I give you a little bit of like, but it don't even come with trust. Okay. It come with deek and money. All right. I'll play that game all day long. It don't even come with time. Right. All it's going to be about is deek and money. No love, no trust, no motherfucking time. All right, this is crazy. But yes, Dr. Vito wants to know what Akaash is going to do. He is sucker for love ass nigga. He ain't going nowhere. And she knows it too. She knows it. Yeah, Shout out to our brother MC Hamster says she tried to transition her kid from a boy to a girl, but gets mad at me when I support. Hold on for a second. I'm not doing this. Hold on. What the hell are you talking about, bro? That's no. I'm not even gonna read that fucking text message. All right, let me see here. I gotta message this. I gotta get my bets in. I'm not even fucking. What are you doing, bro? Why you got me reading this shit? Shout out to our brother. It is Mark says 50 Cent killed off Ghost character on Power to make room for CGA going mainstream. Don't understand why normies can't grasp that dating is monetized when family and church is monetized. Don't buy a birthday gift or even and watch what happens. That's an absolute fact. It is very difficult because men, I don't know what it is about men. They're like, pussy should be free. It's free. I get it. Like, there's free in some ways, but they're like, it should be free. But I'm like, if a woman's consistently giving you sex, it's not going to be free after a period of time. Okay, there's a trial period. But as soon as you get into a relationship, there's a cost to it. The cost is there. Now, if you just onesie twosie and hooking up your whole life, you can get around to getting a couple of free pieces of ass. All right, but it's going to become few and far between. But yeah, man, this is difficult for men to see. But you know, like I always say, stop paying your rent. Stop paying half of your rent. Stop buying her birthday gifts. Her birthday comes along. Don't get her anything. See what happens. It's gonna literally be like, dude, it's kind of like when you buy a house, because we're using metaphors here. We got 1,400 in the box for the first hour of the show. I appreciate you. I know it's not the normal show, but it's still a good fucking show. Right? We don't have the sound effects and the buzzers and the lights on in the background. It's still a good fucking show. But it's kind of like when you buy a house. When you buy a house, gentlemen, people think that the house is free. Right? Oh, I got a house and it's building value and it's building equity, right? But then you say something dumb like, my mortgage is cheaper than rent. And we know that's false. Okay, because when you start applying maintenance and all of this shit to it, and you know, all of these repairs that you're going to make, and all of the elbow grease, and all of the time you're going to be landscaping and watering plants and flowers and grass and cutting grass and paying for landscapers. Okay, so this is going to go way above in homeowners insurance, catastrophes. It's going to be way more than rent. Right? It's not even fucking close, but it's going to be way more than rent. Now watch this. It gets worse. It gets worse. If you pay all of your mortgages on time, is my computer charging? It's giving me the not charging sign. Hold on for a second. I hate when it does that. But if you stop paying the mortgage, but you've already paid 20 years of mortgage payments. Let's just say this. You're continuing to make 20 years of payments. If you don't pay the property tax for that year, you lose your property. Can we agree that that happens? Can we agree? You got a 30-year mortgage. You pay every single payment on time for 20 years. You don't make one property tax payment or three. You miss 3 property tax payments. What happens? You lose 20 years of mortgage payments. You lose the entire house. Is that understood? That's not even debatable. That happens. And it doesn't matter. The bank's not going to say, oh man, goddamn, you forgot to make your real estate payment. Your property taxes, oh, fuck it, but don't worry about it. We'll let you keep your house. Don't worry about it. All those 20 years of payments, you're not going to lose that. You literally lose all of that. 20 years of payments. Okay, let's say you have a car, you had a good job, and you got $1,200 payments on a Mercedes C-Class. 3 years in, but you got 5 years of payments. You missed 2 or 3 payments. Or you know, you're leasing it, or you have you purchase it and you need full coverage insurance, and you don't have full coverage insurance. They can come get the motherfucking car. They can take the car. Okay. The leaseholder, the motherfucking the lien holder is like, hey, you don't got full coverage insurance. Part of your deal of financing this vehicle is you have to have full coverage insurance. You don't have full coverage insurance for 2 or 3 months. They coming to get the fucking car. And all of those payments you paid are gone. You don't get to get those payments back. Everybody understands that happens, right? This is not even deniable. Now, it gets worse. In a relationship, same thing. You're only as good as the last thing you paid for. You've been with your girl for 2 years, or you've been married to your wife for 6 years. You stop making them payments. You stop buying her gifts and stop going to her family motherfucking functions. Despite the fact that for 5 years you went to all the family functions and you did all of this and you paid all the bills and you did this and y'all had to borrow money and take a lien, take a second mortgage out, and y'all worked it out. Despite the fact that you made all those payments that you thought were free, stop making the payments. Stop making them rent payments and them 50% payments and them 75%. Stop buying gifts on birthdays and anniversaries and Valentine's days. Stop doing it. Guess what happens? You lose the whole relationship, just like you lose the house if you don't pay property taxes, just like you lose the car if you don't have full coverage insurance and the lien holder requires full coverage insurance. You lose. Okay? This is not debatable. This is common sense, but dudes will be like, love is free and all this shit. I'm like, you guys are crazy, bro. All right, you guys are insane. All right, that's not how it works, G. All right, anyway. It's it. You lose the love. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, ooh, yeah. But it's free, huh? Pussy should be free. Remember that simp ass nigga yesterday crashing out? Talking about pussy should be free in relationships. It's not. I don't pay. Yes, you do. All right, anyway. Oh, man, it's hard, man. Shout out to Mark the Spark giving us the information about, maybe 50 Cent wants CGA to go prime time CGA. All right, I see some problems going on with my computer. Is it charging? Charge my shit up. All right, anyway, difficulties here. And men that are wanting your young man listening to me, please listen to me, guys. Do not listen to these goofy ass niggas. All right, we got fuck you, boss up. All right. Man, I'm gonna have to move this video down the line, I see. All right, but fuck you, boss up here. What do I tell you here? The fantasy bubble is bursting. Relationships, marriages, dating, all right, it's gone the way of the dinosaur. Another thing that is even home ownership, it's gone the way of the dinosaur. Okay, it's not no longer the status symbol that it used to be. It is still in some cultures and ethnicities, but in most cultures and ethnicities, it's gone. All right, you guys had a false identity of home ownership when the subprime mortgage was invented for you guys to basically get foreclosed on your house 10, 15 years down the line. I mean, you guys have had the rug pulled under you several times with this, and everybody should be able to have a home. All right, people should be able to have a home. No, they shouldn't. Live in that fucking apartment if you can't afford a house. All right, but that's neither here nor there. What's another thing that's gone away of the dinosaur? I've been telling you that retirement is dead. The idea of you retiring is gone. Number one, you're not going to stay at one job for 25 years and retire. All right, unless you're a firefighter or a cop or something like that, or you work in a job that is high risk, high danger that they want to retire you. They don't need old motherfuckers in these jobs, right? Type shit. So they want to retire you at 50. But then even when you retire at 50, you'll get on your retirement, your pension, and then you're still going to have to work. Okay. Military, same thing. Well, the retirement idea is aged. And the number one thing is that most people don't save for retirement. They don't have the savings. So you're going to have to think. And there's an article that just came out about 80-year-olds. They're having to go back to work. They're having to go back to work 80 years old. All right. There's an article that I was going to show you about that. A lot of older people are having to go back to work. We also don't have the replacement level. We're not birthing new children. I know you guys don't think this is going to be a big deal. All right, but it's going to be a big deal for us because the baby boomers is the generation with the most people. Okay, they have the most people in that generation. Gen X is the least. Millennials is a large group, and Gen Z is somewhat a small group. So who's going to replace these workers other than AI? But I've been saying for years, retirement is gone. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Even if you retire and go overseas, you're going to fucking work. Right? You're going to work because, we need shit. It's hard to minimalize. Now, here's the other thing that's going to happen. Social Security is gone. All right. This is just, we've kicked the can down the road and it's over. Okay. So a lot of people that are retired, they live off Social Security. And they have been trying to raise the age of Social Security, especially the Democrats. And I'm not blaming political here, but the Democrats have been trying to raise the age of Social Security since forever. All right. Some of your favorite presidential candidates who don't do nothing out here, but Megan Thee Stallion to dance out here. A lot of them want to raise the Social Security age to 70 because they know there's not a lot of money there. All right. They're going to run out of money. And when they run out of money, the people who have already paid in, you're going to get less out of it than your predecessors, right? Than the silent generation and the boomers. All right. So Gen X, by the time you get to retirement age, they might even raise the age, number one. Number two, you're going to get less. Then so the millennials and then Gen Z, you're going to get way less at this particular point. AKA the point of the Social Security was to continue to have the previous generations fund it so that the next generation can have a better opportunity. And then that generation, once they start funding it, then the generation behind them will still be able to have something to retire. But we've screwed the pooch on this one. The boomers, the Gen Xers have screwed the pooch. It's over. Okay. This is no longer can stay solvent anymore. It's no longer a thing. Not only that, Title 4D, the child support, the child support Title 4D takes money out of Social Security. That's where a lot of the Social Security comes from. It comes from the money comes out of Social Security. So a lot of people want to address that topic because, as soon as you bring that up, people are going to virtue signal, well, people need to support their kids. All right. Yeah, we got all of that. But a lot of that funding for Title 4D, where the federal government matches any child support contribution from the man all across the nation, that comes from Social Security. With that being said, Social Security is dead. All right. And they said it will be a broken, bankrupt system by the year 2033. Now, you've heard me say these years plenty of times. Okay. You've heard me say these years plenty of times. And the reason why I keep saying these years is going to be a pivotal time for us economically to take a good look at where we stand. Not only that, Gen X will be older, right? They'll be closer to retirement age, at least a good mini Gen Xers. You're also going to have boomers fucking kicking the bucket, okay, by this time. So boomers will start kicking the bucket, all right, if they're not continue to live, or they'll outlive their retirement and or they'll outlive Social Security. So there's going to be a problem there. You also have a lot of Gen Zers. These people are going to be entering into their mid-30s into their 40s, or at least their 30s, okay? And then the millennials, they fucked anyway, okay? So 2032 is going to be a pivotal time, especially with AI and people's propensity to not continue to educate themselves. They're going to be out of the loop with AI just on the fact that you haven't even picked up an AI goddamn anything right now but Grok. Okay, so you haven't even educated yourself on AI, so you're fucking out of the loop already. Okay, so that's where we are. And 2032 is going to be a come to Jesus moment. That's why I'm in the year 2032. I'm in the year of the future. Now, let's go ahead and give you some doom and gloom news. Now, the reason I'm giving you this news is because I want you to boss up and know that these things that people have literally leaned on, it's no longer going to be there. For instance, having appreciation in your property for 20 to 30 years, paying off your mortgage, dead. Appreciation in your property and real estate, dead. Okay, you can't depend on those good old things. Now, there's going to be some people that do well at this one. Most people, no, you're not going to be able to get in. Most of you guys ain't going to buy a fucking house until you're 30, 35, 40, if that. So you won't even have no fucking appreciation with your 50-year mortgage. So a lot of these things that people have leaned on to be able to survive in their older ages, it's not going to be there anymore. Let's take you to this report by Fox Snooze. All right, play the video.
Well, the bill is coming due for Social Security.
Okay, it's on chipmunk mode. Yeah, I was doing some research. Here we go. The bill is coming due.
Well, the bill is coming due for Social Security. Had to happen, right? New analysis shows the fund goes insolvent in 2033. If lawmakers do nothing, which, if we're being honest, is likely, retirees take an automatic 23% cut to their benefits. That's no haircut. That's a huge hit for millions of seniors. It's been decades in the making. Washington ignored the problem and hoped it would maybe fix itself. Now there's too many retirees, too few workers paying into the system. The math is real and the deadline is right on top of us. EJ, I wanted to come to you first on this. So what do you favor here? Do we raise taxes? Do we cut benefits? Do we change the structure of Social Security? What do you favor?
I think you're going to have those structural changes. Now, to be clear, we don't want to pull the rug out from anybody, right? It's not as if someone who's already getting benefits, we want to see big cuts there. No, but younger generations need to be told, look, for a lot of you folks, the system is not going to look like, at the time of your retirement, it's not going to look like what it does today. That's just the reality. We're not having enough kids. The population is not growing fast enough. Specifically, the number of working people is not growing fast enough. And if you're going to keep a Ponzi scheme going, which, sorry, structurally, that's what Social Security is. It relies on an ever-growing increase of people paying into the system to pay for today's retirees. If you're not going to keep that growing, that population, that working group, then yeah, you are going to have to make structural changes. That's
okay. Let me stop him right here and give you some idea, because we saw this with EBT and we see this with welfare and we see this with people trying to come up with solutions when the pooch has been screwed at this particular point. The screw has been pooched. So the solutions that he's trying to make is structural. He called it a Ponzi scheme, which, I mean, I could see him correlating it with a Ponzi scheme. The first generation pays into it so that it's there present for the next generation to come up and to withdraw from it. I just think that it's an old idea. It's been known that the boomers were going to drain Social Security. That's been known for 50 years. So this is not a new conversation. It's not a new topic. It's been known, and this is simply because of the sheer number of the boomers, right? The idea of the baby boomer itself is a boom in the population. And since they live longer and they live more productive, they have to work longer or they're going to live longer and they need to have support. Okay. And God forbid that their health goes awry or they live off Social Security. They're going to drain it. Not only that, when they retire, they tend to live longer after retirement because we eat healthier, we exercise. Okay. We have Viagra, this type of thing. Like, older people are not the older people of the past, where they retire, they dead after they retire after 3 years. Older people are living longer. Therefore, they're going to take more and more Social Security over years. Okay. So if they retire at 67, All right. And they lived at 88. They're taking a hell of a lot of Social Security out of it. And that's a big, massive group, which are the baby boomers. So they're gonna tax it. Couple things here that they mentioned. Well, they're gonna have a pay cut, 23%. But that's against inflation. That doesn't even adjust for inflation. So the pay cut projected by 2033 is a pay cut that doesn't even consider inflation. So we're having people that are living off $2,000 on average of Social Security benefits, but their $2,000 is not even enough in the current marketplace. What would the marketplace look like in 2033? All right, with 23% less. I mean, this is peanuts by 2033. This is why we're up shit's creek. Now, shout out to these two people here. What they're going to do eventually is try to adjust for this and create some sort of solutions. Well, at least he has solution ass niggas. And they're going to spend the rest of this particular podcast trying to create solutions on how to fix Social Security. But what I'm going to say is ring the fucking bell. That's all I'm going to say is, and I'm going to tell you to boss up. You need to hit a lick. You need to realize that there's a sense of, people don't have a sense of urgency. And this is what irks me about Gen Z. Okay. Somebody said the average is 1,200. Okay. So I don't know what was on the screen. It said 2,000. I don't know what that was, but maybe I can rewind it. But here's my problem. You also have Gen Z that can't get a job. They also have work-life balance. They're also against hustle culture. They're against people who are successful. All right. That's not realistic. Okay. You have minimalism. You have all of these people here that are basically living opposite of having a sense of urgency. There's no sense of urgency. There are people like, oh, $3,000 is good enough to live off of. Like, people are coming up with basically reject solutions. So how are you going to get started? What about the brainstem not developing until 25? These are all, to me, concerning levels of ignorance that I'm saying, y'all gonna wait to start life at 30? What about people who are not getting married? What about people who are not populating the earth? You know, the birth rate's declining. I mean, this is a recipe for disaster in terms of that, which means in effect, you're gonna have to save yourself. Because trying to save other people and get them to have a sense of urgency, I don't think you can do it. Because as soon as you do it, they're going to say, well, starting a business is not for everybody. And, you know, people, they're going to vote in communism, socialism. That's what they're going to vote in because they realize that the pooch has been screwed. So they'll eventually just vote into some sort of communism or UBI, universal basic income. And they'll just take the $2,000 and then say, well, that solves the problem. They'll throw money at it and people will take it. But my solutions is you guys got to find it within yourself to kind of boss up out of it, because if you don't, you're depending on these systems. It's not going to be there. Or if it's there, it's going to be a very, very small percentage of it. And then, of course, people don't have 401ks because we got rid of pensions. The last group to get pensions were people probably in the mid 80s. That notwithstanding, there's current people, meaning that there's current people still getting pensions. My point was that the idea of the pension being the norm where companies offered you a pension is gone. Okay. You have CalPERS and pay-ins and 401ks, and they basically let the employee take care of at least half of their retirement. You're responsible for providing, you know, where the company matches what you're able to sock away. But a lot of people can't sock away anything. So if you're socking away nothing, zero, well, the company matches that with zero, right? So not only that, people don't have investments. They don't even have $500. So this is where I say, men, if you're listening to me, you have to have a sense of urgency. This isn't to scare you. This isn't, what I'm telling you is not to scare you. It's to light a fire under you. Because if you think your situation is going to be solved by some government system, you can see they can't even keep the Social Security going. And it's not Trump's fault. It's not Biden's fault. This has been a problem across the board. You're not retiring. You out here with your work-life balance and your anti-hustle culture, and you're mad at successful people and hustlers and grinders and grifters. If you think that's going to help you in the long term, it is not going to help you. You better get on your motherfucking horse and get it going. You need to boss up. If you don't boss up, you out shit's creek. Am I making myself clear? And anybody denying me, I don't know what to tell you. The nihilist CGA is here. What about this? Have you heard that $140,000 is no man's land? it's below poverty line. There's a myth going around the internet, and it's been picking up steam here over the past couple of days, is that the 6 figures, 140K, is the real poverty line. Okay. Now, I've been saying if you don't make 100K, and I said this 3 years ago, and people thought I was lying. If you don't make 100K in the next 5 years, you're up shit's creek based on inflation alone. And this is like, if you're just a single guy, you can get away with it in Louisville. But I said, if you're not making 100K in the next 5 years, you're up shit's creek. Just take a look at inflation. Look at housing. Look at the car payments. Look at, we got 50-year mortgages. That's a solution. If you're not making over 100K, that's household 100K in the next 5 years, you're up shit's creek. Why? Because inflation. I told you the cost of living index, what was 100K in 2019 is not even 100K today. Your buying power has decreased significantly in the last 5 years and 6 years. You guys think 2019 was not that long ago. We're closer to 2030 than we are 2019. We're closer to 2030 than we are 2019. And I've been trying to light a fire under you. This is why I had to get rid of this manosphere bullshit. All right. And this whole coping mechanism that you have to see women doing poor so you think you can win. By the time women do poor and you win, you'll be dead. Ecclesiastically. Okay. You'll be dead. We're closer to 2030 than we are 2019. 100K in 2019 is pretty close to 120K today. And I can pull up the numbers just to show you. Now, why is this the case? Why is this the case? Yeah, the mosquitoes getting fucked up out here. All right. I'm going Danielson in a minute. All right. They're going to have me out here like, I'm going to catch that motherfucker. Why is this the case? In a household, especially if you sucker for love, you legacy, I got to have a girlfriend, I want to get married, guys. You guys, if you want a girlfriend or a wife, if you guys want kids, you guys are going to need 140K minimum to survive. That's household. Between two of you fucking idiots, you're going to need it. That's household. Now, if you're single, you can deal with it a little bit differently, but don't think you can minimalize your way out of it because rents are going up. So are mortgages and interest rates and all kind of shit. Okay. But you guys want to live with a woman and get in-house pussy and get married, you're going to need the money. Let's let these brothers talk about it. Measuring starvation, the 140K myth.
The real math of survival, though. So we're talking about real survival, real poverty line. Child care, 32,000, housing, 23,000, food, almost 15,000, transportation, almost 15,000, healthcare, almost 11,000, other essentials, 22,000, add in taxes. You're saying the real poverty line is 140,000, essentially.
It is very close. And I want to just be clear that 140,000 doesn't mean you are literally poor, right? We're not talking about, country poor sort of stuff. What I'm describing there is that's really the threshold at which you can cover all of the expenses without government assistance and start saving, right? Start preparing for your future.
Exactly.
That's a very, very different place than most people think it is.
And this is why we have a problem in this country. Shout out to Mike Green here, because people are going to say, we've lived off the way less than 140K. It's because you've been living off the government. In some form or fashion, you've been finessing the fucking government with WIC, EBT, bus passes, free lunch for your kids, whatever the hell you've been doing. All right. You've been doing some sort of subsidy, Section 8. Okay. I'm trying to think about child care, after school care for your children, student loans, the student loan hustle, living off tax returns and shit like this. Okay. Minimalizing, living off less, like taking a government job. Okay. You've been scamming. Yep, PPP loans and all kind of goofy ass shit. People have been scamming the system. Public schools, taxpayers paying into the public school. Public schools are garbage. So what happens is, because this conversation comes up when we have the boss up conversation about raising kids, and it says it's going to cost you 300 grand to raise a kid from 0 to 17, and you're like, well, how did I get here? My parents didn't have 300 grand. Yeah, because they've been leeching and mooching off the government, sending you to private school, sending you to fucking YMCA after school daycare. All right, WIC, EBT. She was selling some pussy. Section 8 vouchers, rent assistant, utility assistant. Y'all been mooching 100%. Okay. And we talk about this because what Mike Green is saying is, yeah, you're able to have your disposable income. What about your discretionary income? That's what he's talking about. Because he's like, you're able to cover your bills, but you don't even have enough money to save for your retirement, save for investing, saving for this, saving for that. You guys are house poor. Oh, my house is worth $400K. You're house poor. Okay, you're having more children you can afford. Like, this is what people have been doing. So his list is true where the real poverty line is, and he's trying to take a pragmatic view at it, which is the math of survival. And you can't get around this. What about Medicare, Medicaid? You guys have been mooching and getting by, but those things are going bye-bye. Nobody has discretionary income. Okay? You don't have enough to even maintain your insurance. Right? Most people are going without car insurance and without homeowners insurance. Food crisis, housing. So people have been getting by. But those things that you've been getting by on, even when you do it, this is why it's the catch-22 is you don't want to do it too often. Okay, the idea of welfare is to get you over so that you can get off of it and the next person in need can get on it. What do people do? They just stay on welfare for years. All right, or they go on welfare and they really don't need it because they got a job where they're getting paid under the table. They're a nail tech, they do hair. Okay. And then they were like, oh, let me get off and let me report my income lower. And they stay on welfare for 5-10 years and they don't need to. And even when you do that, then what happens is you, what in car sales we do, we call it, we're on sales. We call it, you basically, well, let me give you the example. I know I'm jumping around here, but let's say, for instance, you have a quota. You have a certain income threshold that you need to make in your sales. Okay, and you make it in the first week. Anybody ever done sales? Okay, in the first week, you make your nut. You make your nut, so you need $5,000. And in the first couple of weeks, the first couple of days of sales, you make your nut. What happens in those next 27 days? You put it on fucking coast. You coast. You chill out. You ain't aggressively calling. You ain't making monies. You're not calling up clients. Right? You're like, shit, I made my nut already. So you're like, I'm good. And guess what happens? The first of the month comes around and you're like, oh shit, I need to ramp it up. I need to get back going. But you've been coasting for 27 days. Right? That happens in sales a lot. This is why when you look at me, I'm trying to teach you a different work ethic. I was like, I don't care how much money I make a month. All right, I got $0 tomorrow. I got $0. And I want you to see that in me because this is how you should live. Don't never let people tell you don't need to keep grifting and working. You need to go ahead and grab whatever you need to do. So what happens is people blow their load. All right. They get the first couple of days and they get their sales quota and they just chill. All right. And then the next week comes and they have to ramp it back up. When you need to stay the course and be consistent no matter what. Now, people who don't make their nut in the first couple of days, they grinding. All right. They're like every 27 days, you trying to call people and you returning calls, you driving the clients. Because you're like, I got to make my nut. All right. But so what happens is people make their nut through all of these hustles, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare, all of these other things that are backup plans, Social Security, whatever they're doing, hustling and grifting and not really doing anything. And then they still don't have discretionary income. And then when you need discretionary income, you act like, wow, how's a family of four supposed to be able to go to Las Vegas or Disneyland? Okay, you're an idiot. That's how. You're just gonna have to live without it. And then how many things can you live without? Well, we'll just not go to Disneyland, and we'll never buy a new car, and we'll never buy a house, and we'll never wear jewelry, and we'll never wear new clothes. We'll just go to the goddamn thrift shop. How much lower can you go? You guys realize when you do that, the next year there'll be a bunch of other things that you'll never do. Well, we don't need 2 vacations a year. We'll just go to staycation around the corner. We'll just stay at the budget 6. Every year, there'll be more and more things that you add to that because inflation is going to whoop your ass the next year too. You're not going to eventually catch up. You're going to keep falling back and back. Well, we won't go to Disneyland. We'll just go to the motherfucking county fair. Okay. And then next year, well, we don't need to go to the county fair. We'll just stay at home and watch Netflix. And now you're in a fucking bubble. Now you're trapped. Now you can get out of that system. Just leave America. Okay, but don't think you're going to go to somewhere else and make American dollars in Indonesia. Okay, where you're just going to be out here filthy rotten rich. But eventually you're going to get priced out. Okay, so they're trying to tell you. I believe that 140K certainly is in the next 5 years definitely going to be what we consider below the survival math number. Okay, it's not the poverty line, but it's definitely low survival. It's low survival for certain. For certain. All right, anyway, enough about that. Do we have any more bossed up shit? Yes, indeed. We do. We do have one more here. The Notorious one. You guys didn't believe me, did you? You guys didn't believe me. What didn't you not believe? You didn't believe in Hollywood CGA. You didn't believe it was coming. You didn't like the transition. You didn't like me talking about sugar daddy shit. You didn't like me talking about the monetized dating marketplace. You didn't like me going mainstream. Coach, there were some people in the comment section. Coach, I'm not feeling this new CGA shit. I'm not feeling this new pivot. I'm not feeling this heel turn shit, CGA. I'm not feeling this Hollywood shit. I'm not feeling. Give me more red pill rage. Give me more red pill rage. Talk about these black women. You thought it was not good. You thought I shouldn't ecclesiastically slap the shit out of Andrew Wilson. You thought I should have had an honorable debate. All right. These niggas. Coach, you should be helping men. You should be providing solutions. You thought that was supposed to be CGA the rest of your fucking life. And I told you, that shit is dead. Look at Andrew Wilson's fucking career. He's scrambling and scraping for shit. Look at his fucking career. But guess what? It's Boss Up 2026. Hollywood CGA was the right pivot. It's the right turn, and it was the right time. And you didn't believe me, did you? But guess what? Guess what, gentlemen? And I know people are going to say this. Hollywood CGA has hit the most popular and most watched Netflix documentary that is out right now. Hollywood CGA is here. He has arrived, and it literally was the right timing to do so. I've gone Hollywood. We've heel turned on y'all. It is the after pill. 50 Cent, the rapper, also known as the executive producer, Curtis Jackson, has released a documentary on P. Diddy. Now, this is trolling P. Diddy, but he has the first produced documentary on the Diddy case. And I have not watched the entire thing. But some Coach Gang members last night said, CGA, you're on the documentary. Oh, the humanity. Okay, what am I doing on the documentary? Okay. Why should I be on the documentary? Well, because I'm Hollywood. That's why. I'm the most dangerous podcast on the internet. Even overseas in the middle of the night, CGA is here giving you the best entertainment here. I'm on the P. Diddy documentary, only for a brief glimpse. But who can say they're on the P. Diddy documentary? Okay, who can say that? So let me go ahead and show you this real quick. Shout out to Cali West. Shout out to our brother here, Libby, and all of the brothers that were on Instagram, literally saying, yo, we see you on the P. Diddy documentary. What the fuck is going on here? This is the clip and fair use. Okay, this is the clip. There he is right there. We're going to go ahead and play the clip.
You got a jury that's not sequestered. They're going to be going home every night. And this will be all over social media.
When they did not sequester the jurors,
I was like, this could turn upside down by the end of the trial because I knew that there would be a way in for him. Am I tripping? Cassie takes absolutely zero accountability.
All right. Okay. Wowzers. All right. They used a clip, their first clip, talking about social media. All right. And we've seen this across the board. We're making an impact, the most dangerous podcast. They literally clipped your boy's show trying to talk shit about Cassie right here. And there's your boy. Not only that, with my Cash App and my Venmo on the screen. All right. That's big time appeal right there. Not only that, with my Twitch up there and my two-time, the Desert Storm bunker in the house, Hollywood. CGA is arrived. I told you. You guys didn't believe I was Hollywood CGA. You didn't believe I was the third man. You didn't believe this was the heel turn heard around the world. You didn't believe I was the most dangerous podcast on YouTube. You didn't believe in the new CGA. You wanted me to be the old CGA, but it is the new CGA. Hollywood is here. Okay. Hollywood is here. We bossed up. We are on the most watched Netflix TV show on in America. The most watched Netflix show right now. It is the #1 show on Netflix. Released on Monday. Here we are on your Wednesday. CGA is out there. We bossed up. We've transitioned. We've transcended ahead of the so-called Mitchosphere and the Clanosphere and the gatekeepers wanting to cancel CGA. What is CGA doing? All right, what is he? Who does he think he is ecclesiastically? Hollywood has arrived. We bossed up. Shout out to our brother 50 Curtis Jackson sent out here. All right, and their producers, whoever, I tell you, man, I've been telling you for years, people are watching me. And people are always saying, man, no, these celebrities ain't watching you. I remember I was talking about some rappers and some guy, the guy's name is, I can't remember his name. He's a famous comedian. And I was like, he stole my joke. Oh, these people ain't watching you. I was like, yes, they are. Don't ever think that the higher ups aren't watching me. Don't ever think that the New World Order is not watching me. Don't ever think that the alphabet letters are not watching me. That means the FBI, the CIA, the New World Order, they're watching. Okay, don't ever think that celebrities, entertainers, and their people are not watching me. I bumped into the heavyweight champion of the world, guys. Okay, the former heavyweight champion of the world. I bumped into him when I was at the Raiders game. His assistant was like, hey, aren't you CGA? That was his right-hand man. And the heavyweight champion of the world, see me forgetting names. All right, he was the Wilder, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's main guy, right-hand man, recognized me in the Raider suites. And he was like, hey, man, I watch your podcast. Let me introduce you to Deontay Wilder. Okay? I've been saying for a long time, if the celebrities ain't watching me, which we know they are, their right-hand people are watching me. I'm worldwide. The most dangerous show. The most best entertainment here on YouTube. So I see this all the time in my life, and a lot of people will really try to underestimate me because you don't see a million subs. Guys, none of my social media goes up or down. They frozen my numbers. Okay? My social media numbers are frozen. TikTok, Instagram, doesn't matter. If I could go viral, I can collab. The numbers don't move. All right? And I'm like, they just froze the numbers. All right. It's not that people are not watching. They're watching. People just don't have the number. The numbers don't go up. Don't worry about it. It'll never be there because I'm demonetized. I'm demonetized on every platform. Nobody else can say that. Nobody else can say that. They're demonetized on every platform multiple times. I've lost pages and channels. I'm one of the only people that the platforms completely froze. All right. With that being said, okay, when you're dealing with demonetization, that means they don't push you through the algorithm. You got to understand that a person that has been shadow banned for 4 years to reach the platform of Netflix is astonishing. You don't realize how big of a deal that is. You do not realize. Okay, like we have the brother Anton Daniels. He's not shadow banned. He's not censored. He literally is monetized. He can go right through and right on up, right to 1 million subs because he is not shadow banned. He's not, I'm pretty sure he's flagged in a certain way, but boom, people can just, when you're monetized, you can just reach and jump over and enter into people's suggestion box and you can just reach into there. I'm literally shadow banned. I don't get to anybody's suggestion box. I get to a small percentage of people's suggestions. To be able there and to go over there and to reach that is mind-boggling. To be able to do that fully demonetized and shadow banned and censored with my numbers frozen. To be able to still reach celebrities, and that's a testimony to the Coach Gang. That's a testimony to you hitting the like button. That's a testimony for the Shield and my supporters. That's also a testimony to my work ethic and my stick-with-itness. And for the people that keep complaining about what I'm doing and charging, guys, you watch my show with no commercials for 5 years, for 4 years. You've watched my show and I'll be completely demonetized for 4 years, still putting out the best content, bar none, pound for pound, Pernell Whitaker style. Still putting out content, not getting paid from the platform. Not many people can say they're doing that. As soon as they get demonetized, they quit and go back to delivering mail. All right, I'll just go back and deliver mail. I'm sitting up here going, I'm going to try to find a way. And you've been able to do this and watch it. And for me to be able to jump on there and still hit the mainstream airwaves, that's a testimony to not only the Coach Gang, it's a testimony to
Cassie takes absolutely zero accountability.
That's a testimony to everybody. Now there's going to be some scuttlebutt. There's going to be some negative feedback related to this. We know this. There's going to be people out here, they trying to make you look bad, Coach. But that's boss up. And that's the source of inspiration that I hope that you see in me, that you can see what's possible, even in the face of tremendous adversity. And you thinking that this is an easy thing to do. And not only that, it's easy money. This is the hardest money you're going to ever make. Fully demonetized, 14-time demonetized, shadow banned on every platform, still able to jump on Netflix. Okay, still able to leap and jump in front of celebrities and celebrities' right-hand men and jump on there and jump on documentaries. That's powerful. Powerful shit. And I hope you can learn a lesson from it. It's boss up. And yo, if people still are hating on CGA, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You hating on Hollywood. If you still hating on me like them manosphere motherfuckers, all right, you saw them hate on me. Look, timing is a bitch. They came out and hated on me and canceled me. Them manosphere gatekeepers, you know, them clanosphere guys, them corny ass niggas over there on Fresh and Fit, and them niggas over there on the ecclesiastical spin plate niggas. Them niggas, man, 2-4 weeks ago, they was canceling me. Oh, they're going to try to minimize it. It wasn't that big of a deal. Are you on the Netflix documentary? Right. Okay. They was out here saying CGA is over for you. Unbelievable, man. I tell you, man. I love these hater-ass motherfuckers, man. And listen, you can't please everybody, but toast it up to the notorious motherfucking CGA. Okay? If you ain't going to champion me, I'm a champion me, motherfucker. And you gonna see me out here just when you thought it was over, nigga. Just when you thought it was safe, nigga. We gonna pour up a glass for boss up CGA, nigga. Hollywood is here, bitch, nigga. Anyway, let's get over to these super chats here. We got 1,700 in the box on a demonetized. I'm on vacation getting 1,700 in the motherfucking middle of the night in Bali, Indonesia. Okay, who can say they doing that? Some of y'all niggas will be sleep out here, caking with your fat wife. It's a cold ass, evil ass world out here. Nigga, I just got done banging 20-year-old Punani. Done jumped in the shower, washed off my dick, and I'm back up here giving y'all a show. Right here. Shout out to our brother Miles C. Says, Coach, I recently came to the new realization about women. He says women want to be 304s, but never want to feel like a 304. Within the interaction, it's crazy because women want to be 304s, but you'll turn them off if you judge or move too quickly. Men don't understand this nuance. They don't. And I told you the empowerment movement was to allow women to freely be 304s without being judged as a 304. Okay, without a middleman. Okay, no, I don't have a pimp. I'm not a prostitute, right? Of course not. But she's a sex worker. I'm a sex worker, but doesn't make me a whore. Hey, men don't understand this. The body count doesn't matter. Everybody has a past. These are all them just justifying and coping to be 304s. Now, just so you guys know, ladies, I love 304s. All right, I don't have a problem with 304s. You do. What I don't like is 304s trying to become wives. All right, I think that's egregious. Even male 304s at that. Shout out to Miles C. Rusted Junk says, CGA, I am rereading The Free Agent Lifestyle, but now I am treating it like a college book, taking notes in a separate book on how to apply it to my current life and getting more out of the book, way more out of it. A $13 book, the price of an admission ticket, can cost you and change your life. Wow. $13. Niggas still don't want to buy the book. Oh, he's trying to just sell books. That's why I wrote it, to sell it. The game is to be sold, not told. Why would I write a book and then give it out for free? All right, I'm gonna write a book and then I'm gonna give it to you for free. Shout out to you, man. Hey, look, the secrets to life, they're not given. All right, they're definitely earned. Shout out to our brother. It is the big cheeseroni. Says, Coach, society is down bad because people don't sleep on box springs anymore. Soft ass mattresses with no support. There was a boxer that used to say that. I think it was Marvelous Marvin Hagler or Larry Holmes. I can't remember what boxer it was, but there was a boxer that used to say that. Maybe I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Thomas the Hitman Hearns. He was basically saying, well, you can't be the heavyweight champion of the world wearing silk robes. Okay. If you start wearing silk robes, your days of being the heavyweight champion or the champion are numbered. I can't remember what boxer said it. You guys can let us know. It was Marvelous Marvin Hagler. All right. Shout out to the bald head, Marvin Hagler. Once you start wearing silk robes, you can't be the fucking champ. All right. And that's true because we live in a world that most people, think about the comfort that you have. And that comfort makes people soft. It makes also people not want to work for something. All right. I don't have to work for something because I have this type of thing. Yeah. Never get comfortable, man. Okay. Never get comfortable. I'm never comfortable. I'm never content. Not even in relationships or nothing, bitch. We gonna have to work. All right, you gonna have to work, bitch. Carlos says, Coach, watch out for 2026. He says, when the AI bubble pops, we are cooked, especially in this us with the amount, or in the United States, I think you meant. In the US, with the amount of guns, pookies, and migrants, people on drugs, and inequalities, the US might become Brazil. Yeah, it could be. The AI bubble certainly might not be what it is. We had a brother Darian give us a great AI presentation. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Bitcoin definitely is struggling like right now by the dip. Right, Bitcoin people going crazy. Money Mindset Steve says, Pogs getting a short haircut must be a psychological effect for them trying to look like black women who also have short hair. You're absolutely right. That is definitely a way of women relating to another woman. When a white woman who likes black men or certainly has black female friends, she will cut her hair off. All right. You don't want to have a stringy hair. You'll very rarely see a long stringy hair, no curl white woman hanging out with a lot of black women. Okay. And certainly if she bangs black men, she's going to get like a bob. She's gonna get the sharp ass short super cut shit. She's gonna, she's gonna cut her hair chopped off right here at the neck. You're right. It's a psychological thing that people do. It's also a way of relating to people because hair is everything to women. Certainly, black women do have a thing about hair related to white women. So if this white woman comes around swinging her hair and she talking about all her long ass hair and she got a long ass ponytail back down to her legs and all these goddamn bitches with their kitchen showing in the back of their neck, all right, yeah, then they gonna go out there and nah. Right? No. So yeah, that's definitely what he does. It says also your Twitch was on that clip that played on 50 Cent. Yes, it was. He says, might have to fire up that Twitch for the Ling tour. I am, because when I get to Japan, The time that I need to stream is at 1 a.m. and that's not going to happen. So, and it's right at the end of the year. So I'm going to be on Twitch when I get to South Korea and Japan. All right. After Christmas, we're going to do a week of Twitch. All right. But, I still got to do some YouTube shit. You know how you people are. You miss a fucking week of YouTube and everybody's like, he's gone. Our comfort is gone. All right. Shout out to the Cash App brothers here. Let me see what Cash App is doing. All right. Please be patient. Hustle every day. Says, put in that work, coach. Talk your shit. Flowers. Shout out to you. Roderick Miller says $25 for free agent since 2010. Support this brother. He also says, in a sponsorship, the Memphians was in Bali in 2011. Enjoy. Tupelo, Mississippi up. That was from yesterday. Shout out to you on the Cash App, Roger Miller. Okay, we got some other brothers that are on the PayPal. Did Kaylin come in here? Where's Kaylin? Where's Kaylin at? And now everything we say, you have to understand that you know how the internet works. You say something and everybody brings the exception up. Well, I know white women that date black men with long hair. So do I. I'm one of them. Okay, it's okay. Yes, that would probably be the exception to the rule. But I also know black men that date highly hot snow bunnies. And I know a lot of black men that date a lot of fat, ugly white women. And just because she's fat and ugly doesn't mean she's not fuckable. Kaylin is here. He says, for the sake of monogamy, sex would have to be a duty. You can't trust wives who deny their husband sex. She'll be wet for another man, not her husband. You're right, coach. We all need to have abundance. But is that possible? I don't think it's possible for all men to have abundance. There was a time in the 1940s and 50s, ecclesiastically, that a lot of men had abundance. A lot more men had abundance. This is why we have the problem of the relationship marketplace today, is because men think that there's an 80-20 rule. They think they have less chance to get women. They think the women's standards are high. Well, when the standards were low and women had a bunch of things controlling them, which, age, biological wall, judgment, shame, religion, ecclesiastically, women could pick loser niggas. Women had to pick loser guys. What about interracial dating? There were restrictions on interracial dating. You couldn't just date whoever you wanted. There were so many things that you would take back in the 40s and 50s and look at how women were hampered financially. They couldn't make their own decisions. They couldn't, they literally had to choose from a group of losers. And you call them average guys, but these people were loser niggas. In any world before or after, they are struggling to find some women. All right. That's what they are. Right. And so once women got their ability to do what? Call their own shot in divorce, collect child support, get the welfare, no black man in the house, not have to pick losers. They can literally call their shot. All right. Make their own money. They can be like, well, we don't have to pick losers no more. We don't have to ecclesiastically get married. They could be gay, a bull dagger, and go to church and get married to a whole simp. They could be single mothers and then come up with a whole nother man. 3 times single mother. They could be a whore and get married today. They could be a porn star and get married. There's no limitations. So that means average nigga is cooked. Okay, they can be married in a marriage today. This is how bad it is. They could be in a marriage and the marriage could be sexless and they can still consider it a marriage. There's nothing you can do. Right? There's no social pressure to make her sleep with you. You just have to put up with it. Well, you better figure out the run game on her. Okay, you better lick her. You better do better. Better take her on a trip. Better buy her a diamond ring. That's where we are. Okay, there's no thing that she can do. She can cheat on you. Well, guess she wasn't hitting it right. So this is where we are. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. She could go out there and get a train ran on her and still take you in the family court. Okay. She could be a woman. The whole idea of women waiting until their 30s and 40s to have relationships is mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. that women continue to push this shit. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. They're like, I'm gonna live through my 20s, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna fuck, fornicate, sell pussy, all right, do whatever I need to do, have 3 abortions, you know, date Pookie, Ray, and then they just show up at 34, like, what happened to the good men? Where they at? Right? Yeah, I was a whore back then, but don't worry about all that now. The fact that that can be done is just setting most people up for failure. It's setting the entire thing up for failure. Now, in Asia, this shit don't go down. I'm in Asia right now. This is non-existent. But they also sell pussy at 15. It is what it is. Because I'm in Indonesia. They have something called the rupee. The ruple. Yeah. Let me show you what happens here. Let me do this. Hold on, what the hell is this? Who's messaging me? Okay, all right, here we go right here. I'm going to go to my currency app. I'm going to tell you what goes down over here. So they got the Indian rupiah, whatever that shit is right there. Indonesia. All right, somebody just got their buying fixed. And she wanted, this is how much rupiah she wanted. That's how much ruble she wanted. 1.5 million. She said, I want 1.5 million. Hey, man. Hey, if you're squeamish about the JUCO, cover your ears. Okay. She was like, but I live 30 minutes away. And this is 30 minutes, not regular traffic. This is 30 minutes through roads and shit with potholes in them. And 100 niggas riding scooters and motorcycles. She wanted 30 minutes away on a moped. He came over here for 1,000,005 rubles. All right, let me go ahead and add that shit up. You know how much that was in dollars? $90. 90. Now, this is going to hurt your heart. Okay. Mid-20s. Pretty decent looking, good looking girl. I didn't have intimacy with this woman. We just had lunch or dinner and drove 90 minutes back on a moped. But anyway. All right, anyway. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. But the Ling tour has been kicked off. So anyway, is what it is. So anyway, there was also people looking for 2,000 USD. All right, but it's crazy because there's a lot of celebrities here. That's rich. Like apparently, allegedly, there's a rumor that Usher stayed in this room not that long ago. Pause. All right, I'm in a place where a lot of celebrities, like if you've seen my whole shit here, my whole setup here in Bali, this is like a celebrity oasis. So there's a lot of models and celebrities that come here. When they come to Bali, they come to this area right here. But anyway, so there are some models out here, some fashion models and shit like here. They be out here. But anyway, I don't know what was going on in that bed when Usher was in here, but all right, I better be careful because people are listening to me now. All right, I can't be out here just saying reckless shit or else they'll be having me on a documentary. Anyway, we're out here going crazy. Let's get back to this part of the show. Do me a favor, hit the like button out here. We're getting closer to the main event because it's already 2 a.m. This is crazy. We got this evil world we live in. No sound effects. All right, here's the first evil world we live in here. I tell you, we're in trouble here. We're in trouble. We have the delayed adolescence. We actually have the stunted growth of the people here. This is an American thing. Certainly, it's an American thing. New research says teenage years can last up until early 30s. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, bro, when I heard about this whole thing about the brainstem, aka the frontal lobe not developing until 25, and I heard about this in biology class when I was in college, I knew this was a bad idea. Okay, this is not good. Because it does mean that, you know, you have 25-year-old women that don't believe they can be mothers, but they're a pet mom at the end of the day. They're nurturing a dog. But I can't nurture children. You're nurturing 3 dogs. Okay, but you know, that seems fair. That's not foul in their mind. They also think they can live up until their mid-20s and do whatever the hell they want and then say, well, I was just young and dumb. And I said, yeah, this is going to be bad to society. And of course, the weak, the liberals, they've all fallen for this hook, line, and sinker. Okay, but it don't stop them from sniffing coca and going out to parties and going out to day clubs in Las Vegas. It don't stop them from selling pussy and getting trains ran on them. But when it comes to accountability, all right, their brains them ain't developed. But now it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Because now research by the University of Cambridge finds that adolescence, as measured by brain development, not just social and legal definitions, can last until their early 30s. All right, adolescence until early 30s. Oh, the humanity. By analyzing brain scans for nearly 3,800 people aged 0 to 90, scientists identified 5 major eras of brain wiring. The adolescent phase runs roughly from age 9 to about age 32, when a final major rewiring shift occurs. In short, your brain may still be in teenage mode well into your 30s, which means the usual idea that you hit full mental adulthood at 18 or early 20s might need to be updated. New world order. And what did I tell you, gentlemen? I've been trying to teach you this. This is why I've been effectively able to demonstrate before things happen why we end up doing the shit that we do as people. Because once you give one person the ability to make an excuse one time, you give everybody the excuse. And then now that is the new norm. That's the new excuse. Now, when you've accepted that excuse, now you have to make a new excuse to be able to separate everybody else from the new adjustment. For instance, reparations is a good idea. Well, if you do that, now everybody is on the same level for a temporary amount of time. And now the next level up is the new level. There's always going to be a new level up. So if everybody gets $1 million check, well, then everybody has $1 million check, right? Then the cost is going to, everything you buy, that cost is going to be adjusted to the $1 million check. All right. When previously you were getting $2,000 child tax credit. Now you all got $1 million. Well, now everybody has the same million. Now there has to be a level above that million. Same thing as this. It goes in the opposite way. Well, now if we say 18 is no longer the entering into adulthood, well, 25 is the new number. Well, once we hit and agree that 25 is the new number, now it's 32. Of course it's 32, because now you need the new level. If we're all still teenagers at 25 and our brains barely fully developed, well, why not 32? And as you can see, the can will get kicked down the road, and sooner or later it'll be 45 and 50. This is going to be 45 and 50. And why? Well, why be productive when my brain's not fully developed? Why not do it? Now, here's the thing where I've been telling you. Okay. All right. People will say, well, 18 doesn't mean you're an adult. Well, legally it does. So there's that. But the idea is not that you're ready to be an adult, but it's ready to enter into adulthood, meaning that you now have to take life seriously and that there's consequences, like big boy prison, that you will suffer from if you make a bad decision. Therefore, you need to start making good, healthy decisions. And this is the time period to do so. You're physically capable. You may not be brainstem capable, but you're physically capable. You're physically capable to operate heavy equipment and machinery. You're also physically or mentally capable to vote for a politician. You're also able to buy cigarettes and vapes and drugs and whatever you want to in those formative years of entering into adulthood. Now, you're also able to have children and get married legally. All of these things that everybody accepts as, hey, when I get 18, I'm able to do this, except for be responsible. So now we push it to 25. Now they've kicked it down to 32. This is why I tell you the bar is in hell, because everybody who falls for this is going to be a fucking loser. Anybody that falls for this, and there's going to be a bunch of normie motherfuckers that are like that. See, I'm against 18-year-old being entering into adulthood until I take away your right to vote. As soon as I do that, the right to set up an OnlyFans account. As soon as I start giving you the negative aspects of this development, nah, y'all kicking and screaming. What about moving out of the house? What about not being able to lease an apartment or rent a car? Now, all of a sudden, you got to wait till age 32 to rent a car. What about if car insurance company said you can't be insured renting your car until 32? What about if I say, nah, you got to see a child doctor until you're 32? You see how ridiculous it gets? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see their child's doctor. Right? You're a child. Nobody wants to see the same doctor you had when you were a fucking adolescent and a teenager. Nobody wants to go to a kid dentistry. Now you're going to be like, well, that's different. Okay, of course it's different. You want to be considered an adult or an emerging adult. But now all of a sudden, when it comes to responsibility, and then y'all want to kick the can down the road. No, I shouldn't count. Yeah, signing a contract, signing leases. I want to be able to open up a bank account. No. Not till you're 32, bitch nigga. All right, what are you going to do then? All motherfuckers going to be kicking and screaming. Yes, they are. All right, fucking idiots, man. People are idiots. I think that's idiotic to be able to fall for that. Okay. And then, of course, this is some people saying population agenda shit. All right, what do we got here? We got it's the evil world we live in. These are your future wives. These are your daughters, guys. Check on your nieces out here. This is what I tell you here. We have a woman here on a reality show. It looks like a dating show or some type of thing right here. And apparently a guy that looks like he is definitely from Miami Gardens or Carroll City, or he is Haitian, or he looks like that one rapper, that slow rapper, that short bus rapper ass nigga. You know who I'm talking about. He raps like he's tongue-tied. I can't. Kodak Black. That's his name. We have Kodak Black and a very chocolatey sister here. Let's see what she says right here. Let's see.
But I like to suck dick.
You do?
Yeah, like a mean dick.
You rent it a little bit?
Like, you say what?
You say you don't get your pussy out.
Like, yeah.
Do
like,
you rent it?
Like selling some, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Just sell a little bit of
Just a little bit. When you feel me, when the bills you gotta be paid, you know, I gotta get the shit done. You feel me? But nah, like, I like to suck dick. But I like to suck dick.
You do?
Yeah, like a mean dick.
You rent it a little bit?
Like, you say what?
You say you don't get your pussy out.
Like, yeah.
Do you rent it?
Like selling some, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Just sell a little bit of
Just a little bit.
Gentlemen, I've been warning you of this day. I've been warning you of this day. How much more do I have to show you at this point? She said just a little bit. I mean, I don't walk the street or nothing. Just a little bit when I need to get my rent paid. I walk the carpets at Aria or Caesar's Palace when I need a bind fix. I can just make a quick 300, 400, and 500, and then I'm good. I don't be out there all the time. I find me a little sugar daddy. I got me a couple sugar daddies right here. I've been done told you. And people are going to say, who buying pussy from that? Bro, it's just ease of access. Somebody wants that. They'll buy it. Here we go right there. All right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit when I need it here and there. Just a buy fix here and there. You know what I mean? Just when I need a quick 500, a quick 300. She literally just telling y'all the monetized dating marketplace is here on every damn level. And ask her if she thinks she's a prostitute. She'll say absolutely not. She'll be like, I'm not a what? Prostitute? Not me. Me? Really? Me? Too aggressive? Ask her if she thinks she's a streetwalker. She'll be like, nope. She probably won't even say she's a sex worker. Sex worker? Not me. But I support all sex workers. She'll be like, hell no. All right, but it's here, man, because we have now cut out the middleman. We just got renegades out here. Hey, man, watch out for your daughters, your nieces. Watch out for your girls. All right. It's just too easy for them out here. It's just too easy. Let me see what she said. And she said, I'm not going to lie. As she cocked her leg up. And look at them chocolate sticks. Damn, them look like chocolate. Them look like the old Bill Cosby pudding pops. Got her feet out and all that. All right, I might get that chocolatey legs to spin. Look at them, because you know it's some chocolate cootie cat right in betwixt them legs. Them some got me looking like Bill Cosby out here. All right, with them chocolate pudding pops. Whew. He said a little bit and cocked her leg up. All right, to put her feet up. Look how she doing. These are your daughters out here. Just a little bit. When I need to go to Florida real quick.
You do?
Yeah, like a mean bit.
You rent it a little bit?
Like, you say what?
You say you don't get your pussy out.
Like, yeah,
Do
like,
you rent it?
Like selling something? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Just sell a little bit of
Just a little bit. When you feel me, when the bills you gotta be paid, you know, I gotta get shit done. You feel me? But nah, like, I like to suck dick.
Oh my God. Man. Yo, Al Gore's internet is crazy out here, bro. She all out here. Yeah, man. You know, I'm curious. I want to see what that chocolate pudding pop looking like. All right, wait a minute. That sounds interesting. All right, we got another one right here. We got your future wives right here. This is why, you know, women getting married late in their years is just ridiculous. We have a woman that says she's gonna have a confession. All right, they love to confess to these internet social media platforms. This is like their diary. Okay, here we go right here. She has a confession.
Have you ever invited the man that you're currently dating and the man that you want to date next to your birthday party and made them take shots together and watched them look at each other and realize what they were? Like, have you ever just invited them both to your party and not introduced them to each other as any title, but watched them figure out what their place is at your birthday party? Because I did that one time. I did.
Okay. All right. Anyway, people gonna say she lying here, but she's not yours. She's ours. The Y is silent. She's not yours. So she's saying that she have two love interests, possibly one a boyfriend, possibly one a work husband, whatever she's conjured up here to fuck with these guys. That's what she's doing intentionally to do it. And then she's inviting you right into your hornet's nest, right into the hornet's nest to fuck with you, to prey on your insecurities and prey on your vulnerability and prey on your lack of abundance. Okay. It's just a game to them. This is a game. I'm going to bring two guys right into my layer. And women used to do this a long time ago. They just didn't tell us about it. Now they just telling us about it, the whole game. Okay. All right. Now this is a little fantasy she's playing with herself. Have you ever brought two? I'm pretty sure she's good enough to bring two love interests into one place. All right. She's a decent looking girl. I don't know about these fucking bangs, bro. All right. That looks crazy right here. Not the bangs. Okay, them bangs look crazy, but she's attractive enough to be able to pull some shit off like that. And some of these women have, you know, kind of funky fantasies when it comes to this type of thing. All right, and then you know, don't just think it's the strags and the skeezers. Remember, this woman earlier said she was out there last night, all right, blowing somebody down, all right, getting her stomach nutted on, going on a date without washing her motherfucking teeth or her belly. Okay. So it don't matter. And she's European. She French. And look at that schnoz. Looking like Toucan Sam. So somebody said Toucan Samantha. But she said she was blowing another dude down and getting her stomach nutted on and went on a date with a whole nother man. And the man tried to kiss her in the mouth. And then she said, don't kiss me in the mouth. I haven't even brushed my teeth. So you gotta think this other strag is making it up. Dude, I'm telling you, I've been telling you for a long time. This is how women date. And part of your frustration is that you're stuck. But hey, am I frozen? Part of men's frustration. What's going on with my computer? All right, we might be out of here. All right, they done cancel me. All right, I can still see me, but I know I'm slowed up a little bit here. I better be careful how I pause on this one. All right, what are we doing? What's going on? All right, here we go. Let me take this down. What am I doing? I'm good. I see I'm struggling here. I'm in struggle zone. All right, I even never got to the main event. I'm about to do the main event here in a second. All right, hold on for a second. All right, I see me. All right, I'm still freezing. Okay, so anyway. All right, they're mad because I was on the Diddy documentary, apparently. But I actually told you that's how women date. And that's why dating is kind of messed up. Because men, you're hoping that you don't find a woman that's dating like this. You're hoping. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, I bet a woman's dating like this. I'll bet you a steak dinner. Okay. All right. Bali's internet is going nowhere. All right. Let me see if I'm able to keep streaming here. Bali's internet said not today. All right. All right. Let's see if I'm going to still stay on here. Guys, look. When I tell you that most women date exactly how I'm telling you, you guys are trying to find a woman that's not dating like this. I don't understand how you're working against that system. That system is literally, you're working against reality. There are some women that aren't like this, but what percentage? What percentage would you say? What percentage would you say that the women that are not out here doing this? That are single and available, single and marital age, not old skeezers, bro. Let's just get into it. Not old skeezers, not washed up women, not old 42-year-old woman, not 37-year-old woman looking to get married. What percentage of women that are 22 to 32 that are not doing this? Type in your chat right there, and then consider this. I want you to consider this. Damn, I still see I'm freezing on my side. Yeah, I can see it's freezing. Now, I want you to consider this. Of those whatever percent that you just named, what percentage of men are trying to get that percentage of women? Okay. What percentage of men are trying to get with, date, or marry those percentage? Whatever that percentage is, whatever you put on here. What the hell's going on with my stream? All right, let me see if I can. All right, they trying to slow me down over here, I see. All right, they're like, all right, no streaming in the middle of the night over here. So that's where the problem is. Okay, I'm going to still push forward because I know you guys can still hear me. But that's where the problem is. So you might say, well, and you answered your own question. What percentage of women are not like this? And then how many percentage of men are trying to get with those women? Like marry them and be in a relationship and date. That's where you have a problem. Okay. That's where the major problem is. So even though that you will tell me not all women are doing that, the problem is you have a lot of men that would take those women and want to wife them up. All right. So anyway, that's where the problem is. And that's where the gulf is going to be. So I get it. Not all women are like this. But yeah, you got a major problem here. And we got one more video and then the main event. We're going to have to push through it. We have, look at what the money make that chick do. This is Superhead. All right. Should we just do the main event? Because I'm frozen. I'm frustrated too. Let me see what we got. Because this is terrible. Oh, you know what I'll do? Yeah, because my computer, everything is slow. I wonder if it's the videos or something like that. Maybe my RAM is going crazy. All right, let me see if I can close down some videos. I'll close down some videos. My RAM is like, not today, niggy. All right, you got too much shit on. RAM is going crazy. Let's see if I can do that. We're going to delete a whole bunch of shit. We're going to close a bunch of these damn windows. Yeah, my RAM is going crazy. Pause. Let's see if that fixed it. Oh, see? That fixed it. All right. My RAM was like, we ain't got all that. We ain't got all that. All right. You're going to have to slow some shit up. All right. You go right there. I just did it. Okay. I fixed it. Close a lot of those windows up. Okay. All right. Now, I guess I'll give you the next video. We got Superhead here. All right. She's not your girl. She's our girl. Let's see what she said back in the day. This is Corinne Steffens. She was a thought before all of your modern thoughts. She was a thought before your modern thoughts. Listen to what she says.
Initially, people, and again, I've never hidden him. Like Wayne will call the house at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I will answer. And if he says, I'm at the skate park or I'm here, I will get up and I will go. That's what's going to happen. And you've got to be okay with that. And it has happened. You know, his.
So basically, you'd be in bed with your husband.
Mhm.
Wayne would call in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and you would go see Wayne.
Yes, and I'd be gone for days.
You'd be gone for days.
Absolutely. Okay. Initially, people, and again, I've never hidden him. Like Wayne will call the house at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I will answer. And if he says, I'm at the skate park or I'm here, I will get up and I will go. That's what's going to happen. And you've got to be okay with that. And it has happened. You know, his.
So basically, you'd be in bed with your husband.
Mhm.
Wayne would call in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and you would go see Wayne.
Yes, and I'd be gone for days.
A clip that they put on. Oh, sorry. This was a clip they put on Vlad TV. You guys don't realize the pivotal world that Corinne Steffens was, especially for the black woman. She basically was the black Kim Kardashian, if I want to explain it to a group of people who don't know who you're looking at. All right. So she was a black Kim Kardashian. Okay. She was the modern day Jezebel from around the 2010s, for certain the early 2010s. And much of her, what she was talking about is what she did in the 2000s. All right. The late 90s and the 2000s. And then she wrote a book. She was nicknamed Superhead, and even rappers, before we knew who Superhead was, they would actually talk about her in songs or in jest on Source magazines and shit like this. So she was known as Superhead before she was known as Corinne Steffens. All right, now we know her as Corinne Steffens, and she's still out here. But she got famous without social media, right? She was just got famous on media takeout and through what you would call being a culture sensation. Like, she was before Instagram, she was before TikTok. And imagine if she came out today before that, you know, and she had TikTok, she would be still well known. And she dated multiple celebrities and athletes and entertainers. She was Brittany Renner before Brittany Renner. Before Brittany Renner, and she dated multiple athletes and rappers and celebrities and shit like this. Basically, this is her saying, when I actually even had a husband, she still was on the beck and call of Lil Wayne. Like, this is crazy. And she'd never been on video having sex. As far as I know, she's never been on video having sex. If she would, I don't know if people would do it. But she's like, even married, she's like, yeah, but Lil Wayne's still paying the bills. So you're seeing where I'm telling you, like, the modern woman today is more of a reflection of Corinne Steffens than is not, especially these light-skinned skeezers. Okay, does she have a video getting back blown out? Okay, she was. All right, it probably was on some high with that VHS shit. She probably was on some camcorder shit. All right, but I mean, this is where the loyalty lies. All right, Mr. Marcus blowing her back out. Shout out to Mr. Marcus. It's not that I won't see it now. This woman's in her late 40s now. She got to be in her 50s. But this is a disgrace. But would you say that that's not that far off than what modern women are doing today? Okay, where they think they can have male friends and, you know, a man that supports and the man that buys her gifts and a whole boyfriend and husband. This is basically what they're doing today. Not women in their 30s and 40s. They're still kind of doing it too, but they've already kind of been there, done that. We're talking about women that are marital age, 24 to 34. They're pretty much doing that right now. That's exactly what they're doing. They're saying, I want my independent life. I want to be able to come and go. They starting off like the previous chocolate pudding pop woman. I sell a little bit to get by. And then all of a sudden, then they get married and they're like, oh, my past is my past. All right, that's insane. It's incredible, but it's the evil world we live in. Okay, main event. Let me run through this main event. and get up out of here because it's gonna be damn near 3 a.m. Police at my door, fresh Adidas creaking across the bathroom floor. All right, the main event here is a conversation that I've been having about dating apps and dating. I said dating and dating apps are dead. Essentially, the norm is not to date. All right, most people have dated multiple people. All right, and they've still out here trying to date until their 30s and 40s, acting like, dating's normal. Dating is an abnormal act. The idea of dating is abnormal. It's abnormal behavior. But today it's normal. It's normal that people date, marry, date, marry, date. Now it's even to the point where people date while they're married. Oh, yes. The idea of dating doesn't go away even when you marry or you're in a relationship. And I've been saying that for many, many years. I'm like, just because you are in a relationship or married doesn't mean you're not out here dating. I've been saying that. Just because you got a girlfriend doesn't mean she out here filling no motherfucking offers. Now, people are going to blame the men for this, which I can see why they're going to do this. But take a look at this interesting information that has just came out. Now, this is terrible. Marriage and relationships need a new PR. 65% of dating apps and their users, 65% of dating app users are married or in a relationship, according to a recent report and study. Oh, the humanity. This explains a lot. And I've been saying this, married people have been out here living a lie. Because they'll tell you how great it is and how my ride or die and my boo thing and my sugar bum and my plum and I'm like, these people are lying. Somebody lying, bro. Somebody lying. What about the OnlyFans things? These OnlyFans simps and these incels, what had I been telling you? I said, these are married guys. And then the data comes out. 90% of OnlyFans subscribers are married. It's not, that's a no-brainer. The reason why I know is because I was married. I know what married guys do. They got porn stashes. Married dudes they hire hookers and sugar babies. The reason why sugar babies charge so much is because they're normally dealing with married men who have to pay the bill. When you're single, it's hard for them to get that money off of you because you're like, I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't need that much discretion. But when you're married, you need a whole lot of discretion. And you need to make sure that woman's going to be at the Momo. So you need to make sure she's going to be there. So you got to pay high rate for her to show up. Because why tell your wife you're going to go meet with the pals for bowling, and then you got the Momo booked, and then this bitch don't show up because you underpaid her. Now you got a motel room. You sitting there for an hour for no goddamn reason. Okay. But marriage has always needed this, what I call the necessary evil. The necessary evil. Okay. Hold on for a second. The necessary evil of marriage and relationships that people do not want to confront because it's uncomfortable, but I confront it all the time, is that monogamy is a myth. It's almost unattainable to be able, you can't live monogamy. It's almost impossible long-term. In fact, we look at it, people aren't even monogamous before they get to marriage. You can't, and then they want to flip on the monogamy switch. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. People are out here living a fraudulent life, men and women. Men and women, they're living fraudulently. They're saying they're doing one thing and they're trying to convince you to do it, and then they're doing a whole goddamn other thing. The necessary evil of even women of whorehouses and women of the night and women that are sugar babies is that 50% of their clientele are married men. Now, when you add on Ashley Madison, that 99% of the accounts were held by men, and 99% of the accounts were fake, that were men, that were female, and that overwhelmingly amount of men trying to go sign up for affairs. People be lying out here. People have been lying, and I've been trying to expose this forever. And the data is on my side. Are there people living a good, monogamous, faithful life in a marriage? Sure, but I think they're few and far between. I think the numbers are fucking low. It's like 10%. And I wrote this in my Free Agent Lifestyle book. It's under 10%. Everybody else is out here lying. The necessary evil of whorehouses were that They were there because they already knew that the love contract included wives not performing sex for their husbands. So they needed whorehouses to keep the men sane so that they can work. So now when people say, what's the purpose of a strip club? What's the purpose of a whorehouse? What's the purpose of junior college and prostitutions? For many men, is because their wives don't want to suck and fuck. That's why. And that was an outlet for men. Because we made it a sin and a crime, men are stuck in sexless marriages. And they're stuck out here with Pornhub and porn addictions. And they're stuck out here, can't get their meat to work. They stuck out here, got to fuck their fat wife, even though she didn't gain 75, 85, 150 pounds. And they got to live in a house with a woman that don't want to suck and fuck instead of him going to the strip club and putting some thumbs up some butts. Now we out here telling men that they're predators for out here doing this to young women because they're victims and being groomed. Meanwhile, she's been choosing this lifestyle the entire damn time. See, you've been fooling yourself out here with not dealing with reality. I'm the only one dealing with reality out here. And I've been telling you that this system is fucked up. People are lying. People are lying out here. Take a listen to this information out here. A recent study reveals a shocking truth about modern dating, that 65% of dating app users are married or already in a relationship. Jesus Christ. While dating apps have become mainstream way to meet people, used by over 44 million people, they may not be delivering the meaningful connections that people hope for. I told you that dating apps weren't shit in 2018. Okay? And why is this the case? Number one, and this is why I also say dating is messed up, because we showed you examples of women saying, yeah, I got this guy, multiple guy, I came from this house and I went over here. And I've been saying that for years. Oh, not all women do that. Okay, whatever. The reason why is, and I would never have a serious relationship, meaning at this point forward, I have done it because I came up before there was dating apps. I dated before there were dating apps. I got married before there were dating apps. But what I'm saying is, you can't take, from the men's perspective, a woman seriously off a dating app. Why? Because she's talking to 20, 30, 40, 50 guys over the past 2 years. And those guys are still active in her phone. So just because she got into a relationship and she told you, let's commit and let's delete our Bumbles and Tinder, that doesn't mean that the men that she previously engaged in with are not going to be alive in her phone. They're going to be there, even if she deletes it or pauses the account. So a lot of people are going to say the men are out here doing it. I'm telling you, it's the men and the women. And the men are doing this exact same thing. All right. You give it a girl, you meet her. Y'all niggas don't really delete your dating app. She might pause it or hide it or ghost it or whatever the fuck it is. And then as soon as you break up, which self-fulfilling prophecy, 3 months later, you're back on the dating app. So then you're in and out of dating and relationships. As soon as you get in the relationship, y'all might delete your Bumble 6 months in or whatever. But here's the thing. The dating apps are so addictive. The business of dating apps are so addictive. I've done this, is that you can't stop playing. Curiosity is going to kill you. Hypergamy for women. Thirst for men. Just because you get into a relationship doesn't mean you stop swiping. You can't stop swiping. Let's say, for instance, you stop swiping for a couple of months and you get down with your boo. Then you're going to be like, let me check what else is out there. Let me go see. You just load up that fucking Tinder. Load up that fucking Bumble. Load up that Hinge. Load up that adult friend finder. Load up that seeking arrangements. Oh, let me go back out here. How many times have I told you about the spectrum where I've dated with women? You guys want to call them prostitutes. I get it. You're dealing with a woman. She's on and off the monetized dating marketplace. She's got a sugar daddy. Then she's got 2 sugar daddies. Now she's got a boyfriend. Now she's back to sugar daddies. Okay. That's how it works for them. It's not like they're just sugar daddies all their life and then they just jump to boyfriend. Or they just a sugar baby all their lives. No, they go back and forth, back and forth. I meet women that go back and forth. They go back and forth. They normie date, then they sugar date. Then they sugar date, they normie date. They sugar and normie date, and then they sugar date, and then they normie date. Back and forth. Same thing as Bumble and Tinder and Hinge. Just because you get into a relationship or a marriage, the data is on my side. I always told you the numbers are going to be on my side. Same thing with Instagram. Just because motherfucker get into a relationship on Instagram and you change your motherfucking status on Facebook to it's complicated or, you know, in a relationship or whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean that the activity stops. You're still going into it. You still have people reaching out. Let's say you're a guy, you with a woman. What does she do? You give it to her, you commit with her. And you're with her for a year. Some nigga that she fucked a year ago that you went on a date with, previous night she was sucking his dick, reach out. Hey girl, I was just thinking about you. How you been? I just recently did that to somebody. But I was reaching out for her some business shit. All right, because she's a jeweler. All right. But I previously used to fuck her back in the day, like 10, 12 years ago. All right. And I was like, hey, I'm looking for some jewelry. All right. And she reached out and I was like, girl, you still out here wild? And she was like, no, I'm getting married. I was like, huh? I had no clue. She's getting married. But technically, I'm a former lover that reached out, but she's now in a relationship where she's saying she's engaged to get married. That's exactly what happens because of modern dating. People date way too long and way too many people. Okay. You can't get rid of it. Even a relationship's not going to change it. You can't get rid of the past. They call it the past, but the past is in the present. And the data showing this, guys, the numbers on my side. I know it's nihilistic. I know it sucks, but the numbers are going to be on my side forever. I'm going to always win this argument. Okay. I'm going to always win. The exception to the rule are people who are not doing this. Okay. That's the exception to the rule. And it says right here, 65% of dating app users are married or already in a relationship. And it says right here, retired marriage counselor Dr. Taylor Burrows agreed that dating apps actually work against those seeking real long-term love. According to her, the apps are built on an implicit system that encourages juggling multiple people at once, a structure that mimics a polyamorous lifestyle and undermines monogamy. Guys, I've been saying that for years. That's literally what I've been trying to tell you. There ain't no such thing as monogamy. You're not doing monogamy. This is poly. Haven't I been telling you this for the better part of 6 years? I said, this is poly. No, it's not. It's monogamy. I don't sleep with people all at the same time. Women will be like, I don't cheat. I've never cheated, but then guess what? You break up with your guy, you with another guy. There's a gray area overlapping. You don't fuck the same guy at the same time. The friend zone. This is not monogamy. You're fooling yourselves. Even when you're married and you're talking to a guy and a male best friend and your friends from the past that come in and your one male best friend that he comes into town and you leave your husband and your kids or your boyfriend to go hang out with this nigga. I'm like, this is not monogamy. This is poly. Same thing as multiple baby daddies, multiple baby mothers. What about the both people got kids from both multiple baby people? This is not monogamy. Even this so-called pseudoscientist love relationship expert can see this shit a mile away. You're fooling yourselves out here. Same thing as when you're dating and you're still on Instagram and social media and Tinder and Bumble. This is not monogamy. Well, I don't actually meet with the person. I don't actually date people. I just have the dating app. Because people you can't beat it. It's a game that people can't beat psychologically. And it says right here, this is a structure that mimics polyamorous lifestyle. It undermines monogamy. It undermines monogamy. Same thing with male best friends. That undermines monogamy. Well, he was in my life before my boyfriend was. It undermines monogamy. Girls trips, boy trips, undermines monogamy. You can keep playing this game if you want. And it says, and because these platforms profit from keeping users single and swiping, not from helping them pair off, the odds are stacked against genuine success. Woo! That's nihilistic. This is exactly what I've been saying. I was like, dude, you can't be successful doing this. How many people here are over 35? And you've been dating since you were 15. You know why? Because it's hard to have long-term genuine success when you have social media and these women keep telling you they can have male friends, and you niggas out here on your Pornhub chasing OnlyFans skeezers and following Instagram hookers, and you got dating apps and you met off a dating app, there's no, it literally is telling you the deck, you're stacking a deck against this working. The deck is stacked against it. And I want to say this, okay? Why don't y'all just be non-monogamous at this point? But I want you to look at this. It says the dating platforms profit. Interesting they use that language, because even when I said when you normie date, you're paying. Because even the use of dating apps is participating in a monetized dating marketplace. You don't have to go to sugar babies to participate in monetized dating. The platform of dating itself is monetized. In order for you to participate in it, you got to pay into it. And they limit the amount of connections and swipes you have on the free application. Once you want more, you will, because it's like a casino, you're eventually going to want more. You got to pay into it. Profit. So it's monetized. There's no free dating on dating apps. So dudes about how I get it for free. How did you go? Oh, I go on Tinder. Okay, you're paid. Okay, you paid. No, I didn't. You paid the middleman, which is the dating app. And you're on multiple of these apps. You're paying. They even are telling you right here, profit. That's pay. Where does the pay come from? Primarily men. And it also does this, because this is the business of dating apps. It also hides the attractive members behind a paywall. Yes, especially you horny niggas that swipe against single mothers and fat white women and fat black women. You actually get attractive women hidden away from you, where you have to do what? Buy into sending yellow hearts and lucky moons and shit like this over to her, and flowers and shit like this to talk to her. All right, and to get in super swipes. Okay, meanwhile, they married and in a relationship. All right, or they got a fake profile, which is another grift over on the dating apps. Bots and fake profiles. Just catering to your thirst. Okay, but it's a profit, meaning that it's monetized. So the monetized dating marketplace, as I said, hookup culture started with dating apps. But then once dating apps start monetizing it, it's all turned into monetized dating. People want to disagree. Dr. Burrows also points out that dating apps tend to be filled with emotionally unhealthy individuals, people struggling with unresolved trauma, insecure attachments, and instability. The results, a low return on investment for anyone looking for a quality partner. Facts. I mean, this is all CGA, word for motherfucking word, bar for bar. I've been thoroughly explaining this for a long time. I mean, all of this shit. Cold approach, same thing. Low return of investment activity for motherfuckers that have psychological damage. What did I tell you about niggas out here? Players and pimps got psychological damage, and these whores on dating apps got trauma. This is not that hard to figure out. All right, any woman on a dating app probably that you met has been insane, or probably on drugs or traumatized. The act of being on a dating app is traumatic by itself. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. The same study, and if you're still on dating apps seriously, you got to check yourself. If you're using it to hook up, okay, whatever. Okay. And then it says right here, the same study that uncovered the 65% figure also found that many users aren't even interested in meeting someone offline, and that they're using the apps to cope emotionally when where they are least satisfied. Bro, the MGTOW and the Manosphere have been saying that for years. All right, these women ain't even trying to meet you. And if you're taking dating apps seriously, slap yourself in 2025. Slap yourself. These people aren't even interested in meeting. They're just talking, wasting your fucking time, setting up meetings. And then guess what? They got a whole boyfriend and girlfriend at the house, and they can't get out of the house, so they ghost you. This has been said for 10 years in this space. In the Manosphere space. This has been said. And then the Manosphere also has said these women are using it for attention while in a relationship. This has been known fact. This has been a known fact. You're wasting your time. And I said this years ago. If you've been able to get any level of pussy off a dating app, you winning. You won. You're in a minority. Right? I don't care if she fat, ugly, a whole slop-a-lop, a psychopolopolis. If you ain't been able to fuck any pussy on the dating app, you was in the top 30, 40% of men. Right? All right. You was able to fuck anybody off a dating app. All right. And I plowed through a whole bunch of dating apps. In other words, the people who need healing the most may be turning to a tool that only deepens their dissatisfaction. Same thing with women with high standards on dating apps. And you already know she goofy. All right. I'm looking for a long-term relationship, something that matters. I'm not here to hook up. I told you they were insane. And she keeps swiping and swiping and swiping, hoping where all the tall guys at, where all the 6'5" with the blue eyes at. And then guess what happens? They go out to the regular world with that shit every now and then. All right, going to the bars. Why I only see short guys at the bar? Everybody at the bar is here under 5'11". Have you ever heard a woman say that? Well, this is what happens. They're traumatized. They have the illusion of choice. And then when they go out to the real world, every man is under 5'11". Well, most men are under 5'11". Okay, the likelihood that you'll see 8 or 10, 15 dudes that are over 6'3" is slim to none, and slim just dies statistically. Okay, so I know the men are having this issue too, because men see attractive women and you're like, oh, she's looking for a relationship. No, she's not. Just because she's attractive on a dating app doesn't mean she's looking for a relationship. She's not even looking to fuck. She might be looking to fuck, but she's looking to fuck a small percentage of guys off that app while she's in a relationship with Beta Brad. This also proves the point that I said you're not safe because you have a relationship. You guys got to look into what I'm telling you. It's panning out to be true. Just because you got a relationship, you are not safe. You're not safe. Just because you're married, you ain't even safe. I've been telling y'all this. The data is on my side. You literally have to prove the exception to the rule to literally beat what I'm telling you. This is why I am Hollywood CGA. You can't beat me. The only way you beat me is to show me the exception to the rule. Well, I've been with my wife for 20 years and we rock with each other. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's going to be some onesie twosies in there. There's going to be some motherfucking Jim Thorpes and Jim Browns in that motherfucker. There's going to be some Marcus Allens and OJ Simpsons in there. Yeah, okay. But there's a whole bunch of bench warmers and niggas that have been fucking put out the league in 3 years. Your favorite football team, nigga, you can't name who was on a team right now 4 years ago that's still on the goddamn team in the whole goddamn NFL. All right, so there's a whole bunch of niggas that got washed up and washed out. Okay, barely had a cup of coffee in the goddamn league. You don't even know who this nigga is. All right, you ever go to a football game and they be like, the alumni, all right, this nigga played for your favorite team 10 years ago, and you looking at this nigga like, who is he? He played tight end. You're like, without that fucking helmet on and that jersey with them big ass numbers on it, he don't know who the fuck this guy is. You're like, who this nigga? What do he do? How many yards this nigga got? You don't even know who the fuck this guy is, because that's how fast you wash in and wash out. All right, the NFL is just like damn modern dating and relationships. Okay. Especially if you don't even like the fucking team. You're like, who the hell is him? Who is that nigga? He was on the practice squad. Who is he? He got drafted in the 11th round. He played one season. What the fuck did he do? All right, anyway. More of this terrible music here. It says women in particular face additional risks. Research from Pew shows nearly half of young women on dating apps have received unsolicited explicit images, and many have been repeatedly contacted after expressing disinterest. Romance scams, harassment, and even physical safety concerns remain major issues highlighted by the FTC data and multiple investigative reports. All right, yeah, men are scummy dudes on dating apps. I mean, they even tell you they're predators on dating apps. So I'm not even going to come out here and cape for women. Men are some fucking insane guys on dating apps. Y'all say and do the most despicable things I've ever seen. And I used to manage a girl's MySpace page back in the day. All right. I've seen men at their fucking lowest. And these dudes will claim they getting free pussy out here and they got the mouthpiece. All right. And they are out here pure harassers. All right. I don't even know why that's even part of the conversation, but you know, we'll give women their due. Men are out here shitty individuals. All right. Terrible when it comes to the internet. Given all this, Dr. Brohl said it may be time for women to rethink where they're investing their energy. Okay. I think women are delusional on dating apps. 98% of women on the dating apps, if you're looking for something real and authentic, you're delusional. And I don't understand how you were fucking dudes off a dating app, but you want to meet a guy off a dating app that has pure good intentions. All right. I don't get that. All right. You done been on dating apps for 10 years going, fucking and sucking and getting in relationships and out of relationships. Here, yo, goofy, lazy, human resources, 85-hour a week working, fat rear end, having ass. All right. On here, average goddamn plain Jane out here thinking that you're going to come out here and score a guy in a relationship. All right. That is little needles in the haystack. You ain't getting shit out here. All right. I think they are just as dumb out here with your unrealistic standards, and you a whole washed up individual out here trying to find a relationship on a dating app. Please give me a break. Dude, I would rather people cold approach than use a dating app. All right. If they're looking for relationships. All right. But if you just looking like and if you're on my locals, what is my dating app? I have dating apps. All right. But again, I don't take them seriously. I'm not looking for a mate on my dating apps. What does my dating app say? And I still be getting girls out here. All right. All right. What does my dating app header say? Because I don't play games. If you're on locals, this will be a time to get on locals just so you can see how I play the game out here. Okay. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to put y'all up on locals so you can see here. I show y'all every goddamn week. And every week I got multiple matches. Right. My dating app says, yep, there you go. You guys got it. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Let me see if I can pull this up. We'll do it live. See if I can do this. Nah, I won't be able to log into the damn thing. Oh yeah. Plus I'm in another country. Yeah, I won't be able to log in. All right, so my dating app says hookups only. That's what it says. Hookups only. Hookups only. All right. And then people still be matching and they'll go back and read, I read your profile. It says hookup only. That's exactly what the fuck it means. All right. Every now and then some woman will say, aren't you looking for something genuinely connected? No, bitch. Hookup only. So if you want to match and talk, just read the damn profile. Well, I'm glad you're honest. Exactly. All right. Don't waste my fucking time over here. Don't waste my time and I won't waste yours. I ain't looking for anything real or authentic over here. I don't care what you think of me or what you, it's irrelevant. All right. It's irrelevant. You coming over here, you getting dick down. That's all I got. It's hard dick and bubble gum. And I'm fresh out of bubble gum. So you come over here messing with me and messaging me, all I'm going to tell you is did you read my bio? I actually even showed you messages. Did you read my bio? And the woman be like, yeah, I read it. Okay, good. All right, now we can talk. I showed you that on locals. All right, I'll ask him, did you read my bio? Yep, I read it. Okay, good. All right, when you coming to drop that old nookie off, you old big fat 43-year-old woman, come drop this fucking... Come drop that nookie off. If not, kick fucking rocks. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm adding baggage to these hoes. But this doctor says, so it may be time for women to rethink where they're investing their energy. Rather than digging through a trash pile to find a treasure, she suggests finding healthier, more intentional ways to meet men offline. This is always people's solution, but it's far too late for that, in my opinion, where the odds of finding someone truly available and emotionally stable are far higher. I just think we're too late for that. I know you're like, coach, but what do we do? Every time I give you a solution, y'all don't like it. And then you say, I don't give you a solution. I think we're far too gone. Okay. First of all, like I keep saying, we shouldn't be dating into our 30s and 40s. We should not be dating. Dating was not meant to be done for 20 and 30 years. It wasn't meant for older people to do unless you were a widower or you got divorced at a small percentage chance. Okay. Then most of the time you grab someone from your social circle. Social circle is the best way to do it, but you guys want to be whores and players and fuck up your social circle. And then you want to come out here and fuck with the regular people and then come back to your social circle. Okay. You guys are doing it all fucked up. Then you got women dating until their 30s and 40s. You got niggas out here getting divorced, marrying single mother. Like, this is a shit show. Like, it needs to be fixed to where the idea of meeting a stranger and making romance out of a stranger, that needs to die. It needs to die because that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, expecting some strange person to come into your life and it was serendipity, it doesn't work. Social circle, church, school, like the people that you think ain't worth shit. All right, I don't like the people at my school. I don't like the people at my job. All right, you guys made it a sin to approach women, made it a sin to have relationships at work, made it a sin to date women at your school because the women at the other school are better. You guys made it a sin. All right, I don't want to settle down. I want to go have fun into my 30s and then 32. You guys are doing it all fucked up. Then date 50 and fuck 50 people and then then expect you to be monogamous at the end and then you date the top nigga and you a whole 4. Okay? Well, my standards. Well, because you've been fucking the top niggas, but you ain't never been able to hold on to them niggas. Now you can't date a less nigga unless you're trying to finesse them. Like, the things is, y'all done fucked it up, and then you want me to fix a fucked up situation. Dating, most people never dated more than 5 people and they got married. Y'all niggas done dated 50 and 20 and 30 and 80 motherfuckers over 20 years. How the hell are you supposed to make that work for monogamy? It's counterproductive. Dating to your old, you guys are a joke. People are a joke. Then you want me to solve the problem. Well, maybe we could just meet outside in the normal way at a bar? A bar? A restaurant? Nigga, please. Don't give me a solution to solve if you're going to give me some bullshit to go for. I'm going to just be at a bar having a drink, and then a strange guy's going to come up to me, and I'm going to be like, what do you do? And what do you do? Ass nigga. And what are you looking for? And what am I looking for? And I'm looking for something authentic, and I'm looking for something that lasts long. Oh, me too. I'm looking for something that can last long and is authentic too. I'm looking for something. I'm looking to maybe to get married down the line after I fuck for a couple of months, and then maybe if I'm done fucking you and I can't nut no more and I got to go fuck this other girl. And I'm dating multiple people. I'm looking for something exclusive. I'm looking for something that lasts. I'm looking for something serious. Dating 5 and 10 niggas at the same time. I'm supposed to solve for this shit. I'm only talking to you. Anytime I match with somebody, I only match with one person and I talk to them until it doesn't work out. I'm still supposed to believe this shit. I'm supposed to believe this shit. And these men are talking to multiple women at a time. I mean, this is crazy, bro. And I work 80 hours a week and I'm very, very busy. These bitches out here, they volunteering for this. They go into the soup kitchen. They got their auntie and cousin and nieces and nephews and their father and their uncle dying of cancer. All right, they trying to save the world. They doing a side hustle where they pick up kids from school and take them to goddamn violin lessons, and then they rush off and do extra overtime at work, selling feet pictures on the goddamn internet. And you supposed to make a relationship out of this bullshit? Put niggas on the mantle and penciling them into your fucking calendar. Right? This shit is loser activity. I'm supposed to fix this. I'm supposed to solve this shit. And she's still broke at the end of the goddamn motherfucking month. Talking about, well, I got so many things going on. I've been super duper busy. Doing what? Painting your fingernails? Going to Costco? Side hustling? Dating 15 other niggas? What? Anytime a woman tells you she busy or she can't do something, guess what she doing? Sucking dick. There's an 88% chance she's sucking another nigga dick. I've been super busy and I'm sorry I haven't got back to you because somebody been giving you back shots. That's why. Out here trying to fool me and shit. I can see you on Wednesday. What about Tuesday? Well, I'm super busy. I have a work appointment and I have to do this and I have to go to the gynecologist and I have to pick up and I have to go get my back waxed and I have to go out here and get a Fanny and Petty, and you have to suck dick. That's what you have to do. So in between you sucking his dick, I'm going to be fucking somebody too. All right, then I'll get back to you. All right, you text me after 9:30, I'm fucking somebody. And then when I hit your ass back at 11:30 and return the message, I'm sorry, I've been too busy. I was fucking somebody. Okay, now I finished nutting and washed my dick off in the sink and she then went back home and left. Now I'm back texting your ass. Or she in the bathroom taking a piss. All right, I didn't nut it in her. All right, and I'm texting you back. Hey, sorry, I couldn't get back to you. I was giving somebody back shots. And I would be right on par with everybody else. That's what everybody else seemed to be doing. That's what everybody's doing, trying to fool everybody on why y'all can't make it work. Because y'all out here dating and multiple people and fucking and sucking. And lying to the next nigga when he a next nigga in line, trying to kiss you on your lips, but you'd have been sucking dick the whole night before. Like, what are we doing, bro? And in a relationship, a whole relationship at the same time. Like, these people, you guys are a damn pathetic disgrace of human pieces of shit having me solve the unsolvable. All right. Then they want me to solve for this shit. Coach, but what do? Look at this shit. Coach don't provide solutions. For what? When y'all out here doing this despicable, disgraceful behavior. Now, it's not disgraceful when I do it. You know why? You know why it's not disgraceful when I do it? It's because I tell you that's what I'm gonna fucking do. I tell you right off the rip what time it is. All right, every woman know what time it is when she deal with me. I say it right there in the profile. Let's talk turkey. We know why we here. We here to fuck. Do you need some money? Let's get it right here on the table. I get you in and out. Let's go. Right here, Tuesday and Thursday. That's you right there. Here's a couple $100. Get the fuck out my face. Right? On the hookup, on the dating apps. Hookups only. Bitch, don't come around here asking me for a relationship after I hit that fucking bottom and put the dick in the back of your throat. All right? It is what it is. I ain't gonna stop fucking these other hoes. All right? So that's why it's not disgraceful. But it's disgraceful because y'all think, man, it shouldn't be that way. But that's how y'all doing it anyway. Y'all, that's how y'all doing it. But you mad that I say it, and you gotta fake the funk. All right. When I don't hit your ass back that night, that means I was fucking. There shouldn't be no damn ifs, ands, or buts about it. Maybe he's not fucking. Maybe he was super tired and went to bed early. No, he didn't. You gotta lie and say you went to bed early. I don't have to lie and say I went to bed early. I was fucking. All right. But y'all out here faking the funk. Practicing polyamory and acting like y'all Christian monogamous. You guys are a disgrace to humanity. You guys are the problem, and you think I'm the problem. All these STIs and single mothers ain't here out here, it's telling y'all what's going on out here. And if you are a guy that's struggling in the dating marketplace, it's because you don't see this shit. You out here hoping that you're going to meet a unicorn. Maybe I'm going to meet a woman that ain't like this. Okay, go ahead. Caitlin says, we will never do monogamy well. To do it well, couples have to adapt sexually over time. Men and women won't do whatever it takes to not have their significant other step out. Unless wives say that their husbands can get it wherever they want, monogamy won't work. I think people are really selfish and greedy to tell a person they're monogamous and they're not. I think that's despicable, man. Like, I know it sucks because y'all want to have your cake and eat it too. I think it's disgraceful to tell a person you're monogamous and you have no intentions of being monogamous. That goes for men and women. I think that's a terrible thing to do. Not to say I haven't done it. Okay. Not to say I haven't done it recently, but to continue to do this over and over and then be hurt when somebody does this to you, it's piece of shit mindset. Like a woman will be like this. Well, this guy cheated on me, but I still have my hoes anyway. And you're like, bruh, like we are literally bad people, man. We're bad people. Mikey says, I said it before and I'll say it again. Coach, you are the Pusha T of YouTube, making top tier money without the mainstream push. Shout out to you, man. That's what I don't know what that means right there. But yeah, it's hard to do it too. And people out here still trying to not make, y'all still waiting for me not to make a bag. All right. Shout out to our brother Bank says, oh, now you famous, nigga. Since you went Hollywood, LOL. It's about time you get the credit you deserve for all the work you putting in. They need to acknowledge a king. Shout out to you. It's due time. All right. Because people just try to minimize my importance. Shout out to Iggy G says, champion CGA. Congrats on your Netflix breakthrough. Been a loyal follower since 2018, and I'm proud of you and your hero's journey, including the Hollywood turn. Hit me with the co-sponsorship today and keep working. He says, these Mitches need the inspiration. Hashtag boss up. Shout out to you, but I don't have the co-sponsorship sound. But Iggy, you're a co-sponsorship. NGN, can you explain why Mitches view self-care like treating themselves well, like getting massages, manicure, and eating at nice restaurants? And flying first class solo is feminine. Do you think it's because most men just hate themselves or don't think they deserve nice things? Hashtag the shield. Well, I think it has to do with men only associate, they live their life through women. All right. They live their life through women. So even what a woman does, he only sees that as a benefit to only woman. So if a woman's not benefiting, he doesn't see a need to do it. Like if I told you, if you had enough money to buy you and the girl of your dreams a first class ticket, you would do it. But guess what? You don't have the girl of your dreams. So when you fly with a woman, the bitch you settle for, y'all sitting back in coach with that fat woman you back there with. And she got to take her goddamn shoes out of her fat feet back there in the middle of coach, sitting up there, hogging up the goddamn chair. Okay, because you're not with the woman you with. Because if you was with the woman you was with, bitch, nigga, you will be in first class and business class. Because she'll tell you, nigga, I ain't sitting back there in coach. I ain't sitting back there flying where in coach. Okay, if you was with the woman you want, and look, I'm telling you, I'm calling out the men on this one. If you was with the woman you knew you really wanted, you would never have her ass back there in coach. Because you know damn sure she ain't gonna accept your ass back there in the goddamn coach. Now you back there with that fat ass bitch that you with, claiming that you got a girl. She sucked your dick maybe 1-2 times a year, and you got her fat ass back there in the coach. All right, goof ass nigga. Now, when I tell you, you can fly solo by yourself, sitting up in there in business class, laid out. You like, why? It's a waste of money because your ass don't respect your own self to put your ass in a good fucking seat unless there's a fine bitch next to you. Now you want to put your ass in the good seats. Men don't give a shit as long because you live your life through women. I can sit back and coach if I want. I can save the money. You don't need to be in first class. That's because you don't care about your goofy ass self unless a woman's included, a good looking goddamn woman. All right, anyway, y'all niggas want to get couples massages and shit. You won't take your ass to get one massage unless an Asian bitch is jerking you off. Goofy ass, no exfoliating ass niggas. All right, you goofy, dirty toenail having ass, yellow fungus on the toenail having ass niggas. You guys are pathetic. Mister, I cut my hair by myself, so I don't. All right, that's what I do. Men live their lives through women. If a woman's not involved, them niggas start doing less and less and less. As you can see, this quality of men today, this is exactly why. And I don't blame these women for trying to price y'all niggas out. Shout out to Bob says, you're right about buying a house. I bought a house this year, but I rent a room to my parents and they cover the mortgage for me, allowing me to continue to save for potential repairs. When I bought the house, everything was relatively new and there was no significant repairs. That's a good thing. All right. That's a good thing. That's the best thing about houses. All right. DC Sheldon says, I see what people are doing to you, coach. He says, these so-called manosphere adjacent folks appearing to be counter-programming you. They appear to always schedule their live streams and premieres when you're live. I swear there are a lot of federal agents posing as YouTube content creators. Yep. They'll go live when I'm live. All right, they'll run interference. They'll only mention me when it's an opportunity to take a dig at me. They'll never say, hey, CGA is great. They never say CGA says. They'll just take my shit and remix it. Men are in love and women are kind of doing business. Can you see that they're doing that? All right, when it's time to give credit, CGA nowhere to be found. But when it's time to steal a catchphrase, them niggas start stealing it and remixing the shit. When it's time to talk about CGA lost the debate, motherfucker be on the thumbnail. When it's time to give credit and say, Saint CGA, nope, nowhere to be found. All right, no better. And that goes for Manosphere, Jason, all bitch ass niggas. All right, when it's time for Byron to steal my motherfucking catchphrases, here we go. Dating's monetized, ass nigga. Oh, I forgot to say CGA. My bad. But I was on Alex Jones and I forgot to say your name. Sorry. I hope you understand, ass nigga. Have you noticed that? All the fucking time. Well, it doesn't matter who gets the credit. Man, fuck you, nigga. All right, fuck you and your mama and your uncle. Shout out to Gary says, Coach, you got to take a video of an elephant with two lings behind you and scream, this is Sparta. Okay. Shout out to Key himself says, I hope you legacy niggies are ready to have kids living in your house until you reach they reach the age of 40. He says right here, I'll pass on kids, free agent lifestyle for life. That's another one of those things about having kids. All right. Another one of those things about having kids. Guys, if you want to have kids, they ain't never leaving the house. All right. There's a 50-60% chance they're never going to leave the house until 40, 30. But y'all want to have kids. They ain't leaving. Like everything's set up for them to not leave. And I know people are like, it's better for us to raise them together. And we used to do this as communes. We can't afford that shit today. Who wants to live with their fucking kids? All right. Eventually, don't you want to fuck your wife again? Don't you want to walk naked around your house with your dick out? Don't you want your kid to motherfucking have the door? Don't you want to have that door that they grew up in? Don't you want to have that fucking door open instead of it closed all the time? This nigga coming in the house, your kid coming in the house all in the middle of the morning, trying to fuck in your house. Like, this is crazy, bro. Not me. And this is one thing I've been critical about parents, these puss-ass parents. The reason why you know the reason why kids live with their parents today? The number one reason. Because their parents screwed up their own careers. They sold their soul for their careers. And by the time your kid, now you're 18 and 20 and 25, you ain't have shit to hand to them. No book of business, no legacy. No, you can't even rent an apartment and say, nah, y'all niggas stay at the apartment. You ain't got a townhome, a second small home that you guys moved up to because y'all done moved up house until you got a McMansion. Where the little house at? Where they can go live at? Where the townhouse at? Where they can go live out and rent out? Nah. Oh, well, that's spoiling them. It ain't spoiling them. You're ill prepared for life for your adult kid. They was 12 1 minute. Now they 20. They was 12. See what happens is, let me tell you what these fucking parents do. They kick the can down the road and they think they're going to work themselves up to CEO and somehow be together and then they're going to be rich and then hand that shit off to their kids when they 18 and save for college. But now when they 12, you're like, oh, I got time. 18 comes up quick. Believe me, I got a 20-year-old. My daughter's going to be 20 and my son's is 18. Okay, my daughter's going to be 20 in a couple of months, in a couple of weeks here. What happens is when they 12, you think you got time. They in middle school. Nigga, middle school go like this. Then all of a sudden they in freshman year and you're like, oh. They was in 6th grade not that long ago, 3 years ago, but it's going to seem like a year and a half. It was in 6th grade graduation. Now them niggas is in high school. You like, and now you're like, damn, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And guess when you got to prepare for college? Like you got to start getting them prepared like at the end of the 10th grade. But nah, y'all niggas out here, well, community college ain't that bad. Okay, for losers, for 90% of losers, it ain't that bad. Okay. But the shit go by fast. 1 minute the motherfuckers is playing on motherfucking Fortnite, and the next minute they going to prom. You like, you're like, whoa, it goes by fast. And what happens is these parents are ill motherfucking prepared. They ain't got no college savings. They ain't got no business plan. You can't invest 15K into your kid. You ain't got no townhouse, no little secondary house. You can't afford to rent them an apartment. So you got to do the loser shit by letting them live with your ass. That's a loser's fucking plan. Well, I can't afford to have them do any goddamn thing else. Why don't you live with me? And then you out here claiming them on the dependent on your tax. They still going to your motherfucking child doctor at 25. These people are losers, bro. And then y'all do loser shit and try to cope and make it. Well, that's what normal people did in 1940. Nigga, we in damn near 2040. We a whole 100 years away from that industrial revolution bullshit. Well, people should actually live in the same house like J.R. Ewing in Dallas. Nigga, we don't live in that time no more. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Let these kids motherfucking live. Let them spread their wings and fly away. Ass niggas. All right, got these kids in the nest because you fucked up your economics. These fucking losers always trying to cope with why to be a loser. We don't need another loser. You're a loser, nigga. Bitches, single mom still living in a fucking apartment. Got grown ass kid out here with size 12 shoes living with them at 26, playing 24-hour fitness basketball in between doing shifts as assistant manager at Baskin and Robbins. Fuck out of here, bro. That's loser shit. And don't cope over here like you got here. Well, we trying to do whatever we can to make it. That's what you're supposed to do when you in your 20s, nigga. Not 40 and 45 and 50. With a whole grown ass nigga living with you. And a lazy piece of shit daughter, nigga, all here on TikTok, doom scrolling all the goddamn time, taking antidepressant medication and shit, working 20 hours a week as a nanny. On APPAREL.com. We don't need another loser. Yes, I'm an opinionated motherfucker, but my opinions matter because I'm going to tell you about that real shit. Fuck all the bullshit and that motherfucking fake hope bullshit. I'm going to tell you about the real goddamn shit on this goddamn show. I'm going to tell you about your motherfucking self. I'm going to make you look at the goddamn reflection in your mirror. You can't avoid the shit that I'm talking about because I'm going to kick the goddamn real over here. Fuck the bullshit. Out here coping to be a goddamn loser. This shit is crazy. These people are disgusting human beings. Coach don't have solutions. Don't be a goddamn loser. How about that? All right, stop damn loser shit. Well, loser. Well, we can be a loser. We can minimalize. Loser. Anyway, shout out to Key himself for that one. Ronan says, young men, he says, before I came across Coach, everything he said has happened to me. The skeezers that found God, sneaking a pregnancy, simp dating, and general usury. You need to listen to him. If you're not in the upper percentile of income earners, a woman will ruin you. Okay? They're going to ruin you. They'll find a way to leverage on you. They're like parasites. Okay? They won't find a way. And now shout out to the women out here. There's women out here making it. They're starting businesses. Where they at? Businesses that they start don't last. They're self-employed businesses. They're not businesses. Businesses to me is some shit. Because I can say I start a business. Nigga, I got a small business. All right. We talking about some people 50 employees and up. Other than this hair bundle bullshit and our motherfucking bikini line that don't sell no goddamn bikinis. This ain't no goddamn business. Callie West, and she still be, dude, you know how many sugar babies I date that got businesses? Right? Oh, I got a business. I got an Etsy store and I make bikinis and I'm writing a book. Guess what? Clapping her motherfucking ecclesiastical cheeks, throwing her shillings. Yep, eyelash techs, nail designers, hair bundle sellers, e-commerce, social media, OnlyFans bitches. The way she make it is come see daddy. That's how she make it. Daddy come a motherfucking fix them binds. In between her selling 2 goddamn books and 2 string bikinis and shit. All right. Yep. Estheticians, all of them Come see daddy. Bitches that work, they be doing motherfucking logistics. They be lining up trucks doing logistics all day. Still need to get them cheeks motherfucking clapped. Yeah, fitness trainers. Same thing. Because women only gonna do so much work, bro. Because a part of them, they always gonna need it. They always can get a man to do something, right? Soon as like men can't do this. You know, the only thing we could do this for is every now and then some government shit. But we can't lean on nobody. So it's just us. It's ride or dies or whatever. But they always can just date, sell some pussy or whatever, sell some feet pictures or sell some socks, panties, all right, sell piss in a jar, farts in a jar. They always can just get out and just be like, well, maybe I'll just go on dates, go on 3 dates and get some free fucking leftovers. They always going to have that in the back of their mind. Okay. They always gonna have that in the back of their mind. So they always can bail their ass out just in the middle. Okay, shit, it's times are tough. They can just, if they in Vegas, they just go down to motherfucking Caesar's Palace and then go talk to tricks at the goddamn high roller table. Right? They could just be like, shit, on a Saturday night, it's popping over there at the Aria at the lobby fucking bar. All right, and they could just sell some puss to some tourists. Just go up in the room with a goddamn smelly Indian and get fucked for the night. Go home with $350 and shit in a sore vagina. All right. So anyway, y'all laughing, but in this economy, that shit is normal, bruh. Shout out to our brother Joel says, forehead ain't developed yet. You shouldn't hit. The forehead ain't developed. Anthony Lee says, saw you on Netflix last night, coach. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. It's an evil world. Cali West says, shout out to Hollywood CGA. Women bringing 2 men to a birthday party is true. He says, I went to a 40-year-old's birthday and every dude who brought her a gift, all were smashing her. 5 years later, one of the dudes is my associate now. Facts. Facts. Dude, I've been that guy. I've been that dude where I came in and she was dating the whole dude. She brought me in and she was over there taking pictures and shit, engagement pictures with this nigga. And I was like, damn, why you bring me here? All right. Yeah, man. Key himself said 2 of my regular JUCOs told me that I'm their only single client. He says, what's the point of getting married if you still have to pay for sex? He says, why not stay single? Men, you know. Men, listen, most men, only way they're going to get access is through duty sex or pity sex, right? That's the only way they're going to get pussy. So they got to get a relationship. That's the only way. Like a lot of guys can't even get sugar babies out here. Like you can't even get a sugar baby because sugar babies got standards. Like they ain't trying to fuck anybody. Like sugar baby still got a standard. She was like, I'll do this, but you know, I still got to be somewhat attracted to you. But what do dudes do? Most dudes are in relationships because they think if they get a relationship, he'll get access to the woman. That's why dudes get in relationships. The average typical dude, hustle every day, says new podcast, come see daddy. Coach gang, we up. Most guys are in relationships because they can get access to some poon and they don't have to chase other poon around. Right? They don't have to chase girls. Like dating fatigue is real. Like guys, men and women have dating fatigue. Shout out to Bob in the building supporting me. Most people have dating fatigue. That's the reason they get into a relationship. I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of hooking up. Aren't you tired of going on dates? Aren't you tired of talking to people and meeting people? Aren't you tired of getting dressed and going on dates and acting and pretending? Aren't you tired of paying for dates? Aren't you tired of paying? That's why people get into relationships. Not because they found the right person, not because they generally like this person that they're dating. They're like, okay, I like this person enough. Okay, the guy got a couple of pieces of pussy out of it. All right, she's good. All right, she sucked me off pretty decently. All right, she fucked me on the first date. So people have dating fatigue, which goes into why I say all men pay money, energy, attention, and time. What'll happen is you'll go on there and match with 3 or 5 women on Tinder. You'll go on 3 or 4 dates with them. What'll happen is you'll have to go on multiple dates. Date number 1, number 2, or meeting date number 1, 2, and 3. What happens? What happens? If you're doing that with 1 or 2 or 3 other women, how much is that costing you? How much does that cost you? Because you got to work. It costs you time, right? You're like, damn, I got a date here, date with Susie and Latricia and Tamika. And then you got to do it in week number 1, week number 2, week number 3. And you got to kind of get them in there. And she out here fucking other dudes too. So she got to line up your schedule. You have a girl on Wednesday, but then the girl you have on Thursday say, oh, I can't meet on Thursday. Can you meet Wednesday? Now you got a 2-a-day. And you're like, this is just too exhausting. This is too much. Okay, which one of these last 3 broads can I just fucking go with? And you start picking, all right, these last 3 broads. But meanwhile, it's only 3 women. Okay, you got 100 other bitches out here. What about the whole thing when you get on Tinder and you start matching and matching and matching? All right, they give you the quick poker matches, the quick slot machine matches, and now you talking to 40 bitches. You're like, damn, this is too much. And you're like, damn, what happens? What happens? You start lining them up. Or I got a date Monday. I got a date Tuesday. I got a date Wednesday. I got a date Thursday. I got a date Friday. I got a date Saturday. You're like, I'm the man. Give me the motherfucking ribbon. You do that for 2 to 3 weeks. You're cooked. It's exhausting. Conversations are whack. Bitch don't come off the pussy right away at all. She come over there. Can we have a drink? Can we go do something? Let's do something this weekend. Saturday come. What do you do with these 5 women? You're like, damn. Now you got to play the whole, I got to disappear. My cousin in town for Saturday. I got some friends in town. I'm leaving town. I'm skipping town. All right, I'm busy. I'm sick. I got the goddamn flu, the bubonic plague. And then Monday come around. All right, you dodge the person all day, Saturday and Sunday, acting like you super busy and doing shit when you just fucking another person. And then all of a sudden Monday come, hey, how's it going? You didn't ignore this person from Friday. Or line up the prime bitches for prime time, which is Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon brunch. And then whoever don't make the cut, gotta wait till next goddamn week. You do this for 3 goddamn weeks. You tired as hell. You like, whew. All right, let me just get it down to 2 or 3 of these broads. Let me get it down to 2 or 3. And then when you want to get serious, damn, I'm tired of doing 2 or 3 of these broads. Let me get down to 1. Okay, what if you're a guy that literally got no broads and you get 1 sloppy bitch who desperate enough to deal with you and she ready to give you a little bit of pussy here and there? You like, damn, I got 1 match and she ready to go. I'll marry you. Ninja, you fuck on her for 2 weeks. You ready to marry her? I'm ready to marry you. Let's commit. Yeah, as soon as you get above 35, you like, I don't got time for this. And then guess what? You get money fatigue. Because to do this, you're going to say it's free. Getting pussy is free. Okay, date like this for 3 weeks and tell me you made money or you kept money or you saved money. Tell me you saved money after 3 weeks of dating like that on a dating app. 3 to 5 women. And you're trying to go over there. Yeah, you're going to get some pussy. You're going to go over there and get laid. And you're going to go over there and do some chicken fettuccine and cheap tacos. Do that for 3 to 6 weeks with 3 to 5 women. You're going to be broke. You're going to be broke. You're going to look at your bank account. You're going to be like, damn, this is getting expensive. Where's my money going? Drinks here, tacos there, Netflix and chill here, motherfucking movies and popcorn there. Okay, Olive Garden here, Red Lobster there. All right, it's going to add up. It's going to add up. Then there's all of a sudden there's an extra $1,000 gone, nickel and dimed you. All right, playing a goddamn San Francisco 49er offense. All right, looking like an all-star, just nickel and diamond. Damn, this shit easy. Dropping off 5 here, 10 down, 10 years here. You're like, it's not a big deal. We just marching down the field. Nickel and diming costs you a lot of money. Parking fees here. All right, you paid $10 for parking over here to go there. You play mini golf here. It was cheap, $6 a game. You play 2 rounds. That's $25 gone. Gas. You stopped and got a couple of drinks. You went and got some fucking Raising Cane's. $25, $40 gone there. You stayed overnight. You had to hustle back to work and you rally. So you got a motherfucking green elixir. $15 there. And then you're like, it's free. No, it's not. Don't fool yourself, guys. It ain't free. There's a payment to be made the entire time. All right, there's going to be hell to pay. And the worst way to ding your account is nickel and diming. Now, if I spend $300 right off the rip, I know that $300 is gone. Right? If you got something, you go to get some tires and they say $400, you be like, shit, 400? And you get that motherfucking debit and that 400 come out, you like, damn, 400 came out. You'll keep track. You remember the pain of $400 coming out your fucking account. You don't remember the pain of $50 here, $5 there, $12 here. You can't keep track of that shit. You can't keep track of that shit. Now all of a sudden you look at, where did $500 go? And what did you get? 2 pieces of pussy. Right? And you're like, $500? I could have swore I had $1,800 in the account. Now my shit looking like $1,150. Like, where did the shit go? Because you can't see nickel and dime coming out. It's going to look free. It's going to look free, but it's not free. Shout out to our brother here. It is, we're going to call you DJ. I don't know if I can say your name. All right, shout out to, I'll say it. DJ Fresh says, Coach Greg Adams is blowing up. Saw the legend CGA on the Diddy Netflix special and was excited for you. Good stuff, King. Keep at it. He says, absolutely, CGA. There's no time for slacking with inflation. Even with all my accolades and accomplishment, I've been blessed with. I still continue to work like no one has ever heard of me. He says right here, it's not bedtime, it's bread time. He says, we have to boss up, people. You have to get after it. Nobody's coming to save you. Shout out to our brother KP. Says, question, I joined Locals a month ago and joined the $100 Patreon level. How can I get access to the AI presentation you did with the gentleman the other day? It should be on the password. The password still is the last month's password. Still there. All right. It's still there, but there might be a post that you might not be seeing depending on how you're logging in. This has been a problem. So I'll update it and get you access, but it's there. It's there. And now guess what? Somebody said, is that the real DJ Fresh? It is. You guys know, man, we Hollywood here. That is the real DJ Fresh. We're not playing around here. DJ Fresh is here. All right, I said his real name. I don't know if you wanted me to say his government name. But that's the legendary Bay Area, Yay Area DJ Fresh. Look him up. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Yeah, his music is dope. I'm going to have to start using his music on some of my stuff. Joel says, YouTube Streets was dead without you, Coach. Shout out to our brother, man. I'm gonna keep it up. We're going to keep it up here. It's damn near 4 in the morning. And I got to be up doing yoga at 8 in the morning here. All right, so I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm definitely going to bed. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. Blessed to be here. Oh, we got one more. Is it Boss Squeeze? Says, if you work for a Fortune 500 company and you only want hookups, is it okay to post a picture of me in front of a sign of the company to increase value on the app? No. Keep your family in business. Keep your work in, if you can. If you're working at a Fortune 500 company, just be a sugar daddy. All right. All right. But if you're on a dating app, and do not post where you work on a dating app. There's some lunatics out here. We kind of clearly talked about that. Keep that shit personal. In fact, I would tell you to not even tell these people where you work. Okay. But of course, dating app normie chicks want to know this information right off rip. They feel comfortable asking you this goofy shit right off the rip because they're vetting and they're trying to disqualify. Don't tell them. You know, we have a problem with men. Y'all give women too much information. And men have a problem with dating. Y'all want to give out all your information up front. You know, I'll be out here hustling and grinding. You know, I started a company and I work for this company. I'm a tech for this. And y'all giving them too much information. And I work off of here. This is the route I take to work. All right, this is my life story. This is my baby mama drama. She did this, she did that. And then she figuring, man, please. No. Nope. Let it go, bro. Stop giving these motherfuckers too much goddamn information, bro. If you gotta sell yourself through your job, you're losing. Just be a sugar daddy, right? Imagine this. Do women sell themselves with their job? How does this make your dick hard? No. I do this and I'm working myself up to this. All right. And you ain't got no hard dick. Right? At all. Don't tell them shit. Indifference. Say little, say less. Let them fucking talk. And ladies, stop asking this nigga questions. All right, what are you doing? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And where do you want to go? And where do you work? Where'd you grow up? What's your mom's maiden name? What's your middle name? Are you a junior or a senior or the third? Shut the fuck up. All right, we're not here for all that bullshit. What you here to do is get your face stuffed with my dick and then me slapping you and pulling your hair. That's why we're here. That's why we here. We ain't here for no goddamn inquisition. I'm not here for the third goddamn degree. Do you want some dick? All right. And if you behave good and shut the fuck up, I'll keep your ass around. Now, if you do this for a longer period of time, your ass might get a lifetime contract. All right. But now you trying to push and rush the shit. All right. Like you out here got more options than me. Nigga, I'll wait till you go through the whole fucking list. In the meantime, I'm gonna be fucking somebody else. I ain't got time for this shit. All right, out here interrogating me and shit and asking me questions. Bitch, hey, man, it's for you to know, me to know, and you to find out. In the meantime, grab your ankles. That's what the fuck you need to be doing, is grabbing your ankles. And if you don't want to grab ankles, let me know from the rip. All right, so I cannot waste my goddamn time and we can mail this shit in. All right, you can send me a questionnaire and I'll send that shit back. Put a self-addressed stamped envelope in the goddamn email, and I might give that shit back to you. But don't sit over there trying to disqualify me during text messages. Send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and a questionnaire, bitch. I'll fill the shit out and send it back while you go through a line of fucking losers and sit out there with a peace lead that done got nutted on by 3 of these niggas. I ain't got time for this shit. All right, these bitches think I got time to answer their questions. All right, come out here and be quiet and sit down here and drink this White Russian. Fuck out of here. And you want to go back to my house afterwards? We don't got to do it on the first date. I'll give you that one. I ain't trying to fuck you on the first date. I don't know where your mouth been. All right, trying to kiss you on them lips. All right, but I'm going to come out here and see if you're going to be a crazy bitch. All right, and motherfucking key my cars and shit and set my house on fire. That's what I want to see. All right, and then now once I get past that and I done vetted your ass out, second date, I'm smashing, or you fucking not dealing with me. You ain't hearing shit from me. All right. Second time I see you, you're going to be cocked over the couch. All right. That's what you're doing. And if you have no intentions of doing that, lose my motherfucking number. Lose it. And no, I don't want to talk to you no more. All right. And you ain't getting a second goddamn chance neither. All right. Don't come around here after you didn't get tossed by, you know, I'm going to go to somebody else that's going to pay me attention 3 weeks later. Hey, big head, fuck out of here. All right. What, them other niggas don't give you no attention no more now that they nutted? Imagine that. Imagine that. Now your ass sitting out here 46 years old, still out here lost and losing. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. I got to get a fuck up out of here. It's 4 a.m. The roosters going to be crowing in a minute. Love y'all, man. Thank you for the support. Hollywood CGA is out. Peace.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.